position on the final table because he's got, I think, one of the chip leaders to his immediate left and defending champion, Siddharth. However, Akash Shekhar has the worst position on this table because he's got Vinod and Siddharth to
It's
his
cool,
left.
he's got my headphones.
Akash Shekhar.
Everyone on the stream, you can just know that right now, Akash, I'm going to take 80%
They're all
of his
in.
winnings because he didn't have headphones, so I've lended him my headphones for 80% of his winnings.
And there you go, we cut to the hand. We have Akash Shekhar with Addy's headphones opening from the cutoff, and Siddharth Mudanda with my headphones jamming from the blind. So my headphones beating Addy's headphones, and it's a no-brainer. Who's going to win this battle? By the way, both our headphones don't cost more than $20.
Mine, I got a great deal on mine. They were list
What,
price
25?
list price 3,500 rupees on deal on Amazon for 1,700, and I got them on a lightning deal for
Now
1,200.
15k jumps.
Booyah!
Elite spot is
Booyah!
15,000. Now he's up 9.
There you go, you can see the tracker. Not sure what his name is. He's been doing a tireless job day in and day out,
84 and
getting
then 2020.
all the
Small
RFID actions to us, all the bet
Both is 200.
sizings, all the positions, which we still can't see on the stream.
We'll get them eventually.
We'll get them eventually. So if you guys are wondering why the cards are not showing up, we are wondering the same, but we're pretty sure that it'll be up right pretty quickly. And I've seen Seat 1 quite regularly actually. He's been on the circuit for a while. Shows up every now and then, like the Halley's Comet. And it has a few scores, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was talking to him with Vinod earlier. He was just asking some questions about, I think he's more of a cash reg, I believe. He was asking some questions about his opening ranges from early position. So let's see if he puts that into
He has to give us $100, Addy. You know the
$100,
drill.
$100.
You know the drill. You know the
There's
drill.
40,000.
For all the new viewers out here, Addy and I have been doing this for a while, so we have a little bit of our bets and side bets and stuff. You guys need to catch up. Go to our previous streams where we have a few hundred people watching, and you guys can catch up with all our bets. And then if you have $100, bring them along for your bet.
Good, everyone on chat. Remember, this is an interactive platform, these live streams, so you can send in your thoughts, questions, comments, rails, all of it.
And we might not reply back.
We might. We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
No, but we'll be running a lot of contests. I'm just in one of those moods. The caffeine is kicked in.
Good.
And I'm in one of those moods when I can talk for a few hours now. And if you're in one of those moods to listen, stay tuned. If you're not in one of the moods to listen, put it on mute.
You say, like, the organizers, I can just imagine the organizers in the background panicking. Like, what are they saying? Tell them they're on mute. Yeah,
Mute it.
that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. You still get the viewers. Still get the viewers.
In fact, they'll get more because now they want to see what we're talking about. Kind of make it a little like Takeshi's Castle. But with good content. It's all about the content. Content sells, and we'll make sure that the content is good out here.
So do you reckon someone played 7 deuce in this hand?
7 deuce, always lose.
Always loose?
10 deuce, always lose. Jack deuce, never lose. So someone could have Jack deuce is better than 7 deuce in this hand.
Apparently. No,
Yeah.
7 deuce would be a full house.
No, Jack deuce is a bigger full house. There's a Jack on the flop.
It's 7 Jack 7.
Oh, my
deuce.
bad. The caffeine is really good.
I see I'm in good experienced company here. It's good to know that you know what you're doing there, Abhishek.
I do.
Casually runs a boot camp, doesn't know how hands are structured, what the lesson number 1, hand rankings in poker. Abhishek Kondi from boot camp has failed.
The Y is silent in the boot. Addy and I have been on some sick upswings the last 10 days, so we're really excited because we don't really care about playing too much right now. And we've been having a little internal joke. Addy's been throwing a few balls, and the numbers have been coming out in his favor. So yeah, there you see the IPC Championship trophy for the main event winner. It's 50k buy-in, 2 flights, 3.25 crore guaranteed. A watch too, 20 lakh in sponsorship goodies for the IPC champion this year. So it's going to be about 60-70 lakhs for first place. It's going to be a sick one.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be one of the biggest events India's ever seen.
Yeah, one of the first times I'm really getting FOMO actually for not being able to play this one. I would have absolutely loved 3.5 CR guarantee. That just blows my absolute mind off.
Just do a Vinod Megalman. You just knock out 5 people and blind out, and then come do commentary. Knock out another 5 people.
Not a bad idea. I think because there is a re-entry to it.
I think you stand a better chance of running deeper if you just leave your stack there, Addy.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
If you playing, you
true.
probably bust in like 5 minutes.
20,000 to call.
Have some chips, we're like, yeah, just let's take it. I have 20% equity. We'll do it. Shows up with
Small
deuces.
10.
Spikes it.
Lovely setup here at Big Daddy Casino.
Fold.
Yeah, the India Poker Championship, one of my favorite tournaments.
I think everyone is just so like it's got so much feel-good vibe whenever you come in here. It feels like home, you know?
Yeah, and they bring in so many new players and the game is so soft.
Raise
Yeah.
40,000.
I love it. And I see most faces in the IPC that I never see elsewhere.
And for me, I mean, I know for you as a shark, you're just drooling over all the value you can get out of that. But for me, it's great to see new faces for, you know, the growth of the game, the future.
The aquarium that you're swimming
aquarium.
in
All in place.
has more
I'm
people
the
like
fastest
you.
fish in the
The
aquarium, boy.
A dolphin.
I'm the dolphin.
I called him a seal a little earlier on.
No, it's dolphin.
But you know what?
poker.
No,
it's a
actually-
strategy. It's the best. It's at least for me, it's the best.
I'll tell you what, the seal is actually deadly because the shark.
No, but the seal won't take a fight with a shark.
What
a
are you
a
saying?
dolphin will.
No, seal, dude, a seal
Huh?
takes on a great white man. The seal takes on the great white sharks.
So then it's in the same category as the dolphin.
Pretty much, the seal. If you notice, if you see the shark, I actually went shark diving in South Africa.
But seals
and
aren't as friendly. Like
Seals are the quickest.
Seals will also like they'll drag a human down. You know.
Yeah, but,
a dolphin won't do that. A dolphin's
yeah.
nice and friendly. I want to be a dolphin.
You'd rather take a human down rather than a shark down.
Small big.
Well, yeah. Just for reference, I call myself the dolphin because I'm not quite a fish. I've been swimming in the ocean long enough to get out of that status, but I do eat the fish. I'm not a shark though, but I'm not afraid to pick a fight with a shark. That's why I'm a dolphin, and I'm generally happy, sort of friendly guy. So like
and
a
he can be
dolphin.
friends with the humans.
Yeah.
And he can sing as well. And he moves around in a school.
Mhm.
So we still can't pick up the action, but we'll try to see what's happening on the table.
No worries.
and
I
try-
believe the game that they're playing is called No Limit Texas Hold'em Poker, Abhishek, in which you're dealt two
What is the
cards.
game we are playing right now?
We're called Guess,
Guess the action.
Game.
There we see two guys with their shades on.
Looks like Vinod is getting involved in this hand. He started this final table third in
40,000.
chips, I believe.
How much are those yellow chips, Addy? Any idea how much the orange chips are?
You know, we could have looked
Fold.
professional. I could have gone and found that out there. Now you put me under the spot, and I'm not sure.
You're a dolphin, so you can
I am
probably
a
get one
dolphin.
of the two right. Let's guess. I'm guessing those yellow
Should
chips
be
are
like
5,000,
5K. Yeah.
and the orange chips are 25 because I think the blinds are 8K, 16K,
Oh.
and
I
I'll
believe
probably
there's some green chips in there as well somewhere.
probably 5K, 10. I don't even know. We'll find out.
We'll
ask
get an
you.
answer for you in a minute. On to the next hand.
So if you guys
No,
think
you
you know
double
what
up
the
hand,
answer to the
right?
chips
Yeah,
are,
double
chip
up,
denominations
man.
are,
Right?
please
Hey.
write to us
didn't come
on the
along.
chat, and
Yes.
we will give out some freebies.
We'll give you some of the production crew's payment for helping us. See as they're not.
And
Jokes, no jokes.
yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of that stuff. We
Yeah.
love trolling. We love
We've been
banter.
with this team that we're with behind the stage. We've been with these guys for
2 years.
for like 2
Or
years
whether
now.
they like
we're all
it or
like,
not.
yeah, whether they like it or not. We're all like family out here.
They've kind of got used to us now. Initially, they would come
At
and be
first
like,
they were like,
"Don't
"No,
talk about
We can't
us."
talk about the production things on
1,000
stream.
call.
Like, yeah,
Now
they
they're
know
like,
us now.
Yeah, now
Fold.
they're like, we need you. No one talks about us.
They know we won't cross the line
Yeah.
when the camera's rolling. We'll get as close,
Close
as
to the line,
as we
yeah.
can get.
And then
before
we
Karan,
create-
the producer, has like a panic attack.
And then we create a blurred line sometimes. Say a few uncanny Navjot Singh
55,000.
Sidhu kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like Dean Jones kind of stuff where you can get banned from the ESPN or Star Sports. But here we ain't getting banned, bro.
We're on a bit of a delay on the stream, of course, folks. Just to remind you that it is not in real time. That is for the protection of the players.
Security is what we pay attention to.
Yeah, it's also mainly because our lead producer Karan, he's got a bit of a problem. You know, he does really shady things sometimes, and we had to put this delay here because he kept trying to make deals with people to be an absolute scamster. I don't know why he's working this position. I don't trust him at all, at all.
Karan, if you're listening, shout out to you. And
If you
Karan's been
hear
working-
someone scream right now, it's because Chuck Karan threw like a monitor at my head.
It's a old.
Bang!
That was the noise of it. I swear to God. One more.
Be professional. one time in your life.
Karan's just looking at us, giving us looks. He's
Okay.
like, bro, what are you guys up to? Karan, we've got the mic, not you. You have the mute option, but you're never going to do that.
Check.
Yeah, so
Check.
the good thing
it
about
out.
being in the commentary booth is it's a monologue. We can say all what we want. All you guys can do is type or comment in the chat, and we can avoid that too. We're just in one of our stand-up gigs, man. Addy and I are also stand-up comedians. Only in the booth.
I stand up, I make jokes, nobody laughs.
Yeah, one mic stand.
One mic stand.
Yeah, and we're always in the booth trying our little stunts because all we have is the wall and the TV in front of us, and we don't know if people are listening, what they're doing. I know we know if people are listening because we can see from the comments. People love it actually, Addy.
Dude, someone took a selfie with me. They think I'm famous. It's
Are you
amazing.
serious?
I'm officially D-list now.
145.
I think they did it because you're white.
I'm like,
5,000.
yeah, I mean,
It's not, because you
It's
see
cool.
in Goa you see these guys walking around and there's this white girl.
one guy straight up took a selfie with me and turned to his friend and said, "Foreigner."
Yeah, that's what I was
He just
coming
wanted
to.
a photo with a foreigner.
I was coming to the same
Lit.
thing, you know, like
Port.
when I walk around on the beaches of Goa, a lot of times I see these white women walking around and random Indian guys walking up to them, taking pictures. I have a lot of my friends who've come and told me the story as well, so it is something to do with the white skin. It's probably white skin supremacy. And by the way, Addy,
I'm gonna go with D-list celebrity. I like that better.
Addy's
getting there.
full name is Aditya. It's not like
Yeah, Aditya
it's not-
Ravinder Vadvani. It's
It's
pretty
as
Indian.
Indian as it comes. It's not one of those. Adriano or something
Yeah.
on those lines. It's not one of those.
Adriano. I
Adinsky,
like that.
Wokniaski, one of those Polish names. It's Aditya
Polski.
Ravindra Vadvani. All right, he's just got some Botox done, so he looks white. He's got like a collagen treatment. If you guys are wondering why this is not a poker show, it is a poker show. We're just waiting for the RFIDs to come up, so we can't really talk too much about the hands, but we got to keep our viewers engaged. And this
Next
is that
time, next
1000
time instead of
call.
hey, it's me, Adi, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Aditya Ravinder Vadvani and Abhishek Singh Goindi.
Oh
Full
man.
names. Full names.
People, some of these white women can't, I mean, why did I say white women? White people
That is
can't,
4,000.
can't pronounce my name, so they go like Abby or Abby, so Abby.
Abby.
So sometimes I stick with
Abby
that.
baby.
Port.
Yeah, when I travel, when I'm in the States, they just call me Abby or Abby. And that's when I feel like
I'm going to
Addy.
call you Sheikh.
That's when I feel like
Sheikh
Addy.
Goindi the first.
Sheikh
Port.
Goindi is when I go to Saudi or like
Yeah.
UAE or something. Walk around with my kanduka, wearing my outfit. And have we got a bust out there? No, we not got a bust out. He's just gonna go to the washroom, I guess, and bust out. We'll bust
Port.
one out. And
Wow, you really said that, huh? It is a bust out. It is in fact a bust
no,
out.
I see Chips there in front of him. He's got Chips there. He's got his headphones there. The Beats headphones by Dr. Dre. I see them.
Branding. Send me money.
Yeah, those ones are not
Port.
cheap compared to the ones you picked up, Addy. Man. So we can't really pick up the action, but I saw Vinod Megal Mani picking up some chips from the pot.
Cool structure though. You played the kickoff obviously earlier and busted out. That's why I've got got him with me here. But you played the event. The structure was nice, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was just fun to play an IPC event. Didn't get much going because I later edged. I thought I was going to be in the booth until I found out that my shift was today. And so I was like, all right, let me just go punt it. And I played, didn't get much going. I joined really late.
20,000.
So I had 12 big blinds, jammed from the cutoff at ace 8 off. Got called off by sevens, and it was,
That's all she wrote.
yeah.
Port.
And I was here, and now I'm here in the booth. Do you think Siddharth is going to go back to back, Addy?
Ooh, I mean, he'll definitely want to. But yeah, I mean, it's all going to be down to. It's always hard to tell
55,000.
in the beginning, and poker is so volatile. No limit hold'em poker, especially tourneys, add to it the tourney format. On top of that, anything can happen. I've seen people come back from
All in.
1-2 chips, quarter of a big blind, come back and finish 4th or 5th after being down and out. So you never know. You never know.
Yeah, like they say, a chip in a chair, right?
Chip in a chair, baby. It's
One of
all,
the-
it's all what it's about.
One of the oldest
Or-
sayings in poker.
All you
Chip
need is
and
a
a
chip in a
chair.
Wanna be
chair.
X?
Actually, I can do without a chair too.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
move to just a chip.
modern standing
there's an
standing
all-in.
poker tables.
There's probably an all-in and
All
a
in
call.
and a call, yeah. It looks like paint. Looks like
two kings,
looks like
two
kings
jacks,
or
or
jacks
two
or
queens,
yeah.
like two picture cards basically. Let's see
Up
if the other guy has a
against-
blackjack. What does he have? The guy in
I
seat
think,
1
he's
doesn't
got,
look
I
too
think he's
comfortable.
just got an ace.
The guy in
he's
seat
just
1
got an
doesn't look
ace.
too comfortable.
Maybe we can get the flop cam.
Karan.
Production
cam.
team, flop cam.
Alright, seat 1 doesn't look happy. We'll double up seat 2.
Alright, knocks the table. So
There you go. 10s
Tens
versus
versus
Queen Jack.
Queen Jack.
We're both off. But
no,
it-
we said two. I said two pegged.
Yeah, alright. Addy got it right. And the jack hits, and we'll have seat 2 doubling up. Seat 2, Vikram Mishra,
150.
who started the final table with 200,000 in chips. It's probably going to be close to about 350, 400k in chips because he's probably
It was
lost
10,
one
it was
round.
10k, 20k when we started, right?
Close to
Nice.
is what I
Okay,
think.
so 10 bigs, pretty decent jam there. Queen Jack of diamonds.
Pocket 10s or easy call.
From early position though.
I have a feeling it
thoughts on
was.
that? From early position, ripping 10 bigs.
If it's
with these regs yet to act,
I'll probably
I'd
jam.
be a little bit scared.
I'd probably
to do
jam
it,
if
but jamming is
there's no
probably
raise
right.
before me. But I have a feeling
Small
he
bit
jammed on
first,
top of
yeah.
the top of
On top of the 10s.
top of the dens, yeah.
Brave.
Because
The
if
fortune
you
favors
see
the brave.
if you see where the blinds are,
Ah, yes, they're around this side. Sorry,
Yes.
it's on the buttons now on Nimith, I think.
so probably he was down to 7 bigs maybe.
Fold.
Right.
7 or 8 bigs.
Yeah, well, fair enough then.
He put it in
One down.
and he got it out.
Happy days.
So he'll pick up a few chips. We won't have a bust out yet, and we will slowly
Raid.
get the RFID
55,000.
to you guys. Right now, we see seat 1 Ankit Bansali raising it up again. There you go. I have a feeling the blinds are 10k.
Thank you. I can just see, you can see the clock
20K.
just through the scaffolding in the background. You can
Fold.
see we're on level
just
21
because he's
here.
Brit, he's using some hi-fi words. It's not in my vocabulary. Aditya.
Scaffolding?
Scaffolding. I just call it a truss.
I don't even know that word.
So we clearly he belongs to the Oxford Dictionary. I have the Urban Dictionary. Yeah. It's like I don't even know that
I like
word.
that.
So let's see what happens right now. Seat 3, Patrick Liang.
I do that on poker tables in like unknown games. Just unnecessarily use words over 3 syllables on a regular basis. just
Obviously.
to seem intelligent.
Yeah. Obviously. So next time we go bet, they'll be like, he knows what he's doing.
Indubitably.
Yeah, I've used that trick before. You know, when you're not smart enough.
Yeah, you just make the most of your image. It's part of the poker game, folks. You don't have to.
Part of life. in
Whatever
fact.
your strengths are, just play to them and use them as supporting tools to your base strategy.
Patrick Liang looks like he's come from this Asian part of the world. The name Liang sounds like
Liang should be
Chinese
should
or
be Chinese.
Chinese?
Should be Chinese, yeah.
And Patrick doesn't sound Chinese, but a lot of Chinese, if he's Chinese, pardon us, but a lot of Chinese in general have English names.
Yes, it is.
Asians in general have English names, and
40,000.
I've seen some really funny names though, on some of my trips. But Patrick is a cool name. Patrick is also the name of Aditya Wadhwani's peacock, and I kid you not. I kid you guys not. I'm not
That's true.
making this up.
Patrick
I'm
the
going to
peacock.
take you guys back to an incident that happened when I was staying at Adi Wadhwani's house a
He's
little over a year
he's
back.
still there, by the way. Still
Patrick's
there.
still alive?
Yeah, he's around.
Yeah, nice. So I stayed at Adi's house in Chhatarpur in Delhi, and I was staying in the guest room. I was staying in the guest room, and there was this little knock on the door early morning, and I draw the curtains and I see a peacock right there.
Yeah.
And I-
He's got a mental problem, this poor peacock. He comes and smacks his head against the window
Oh,
at
yeah?
about 4, like anytime between 5 and 7 a.m. across various rooms, usually
Smacks
where
it.
I am.
Yeah, and then I woke up and I saw the peacock, and I'm like, Adi, there's a peacock outside your house. He's like, yeah, it's called
Patrick.
Patrick. So Patrick the peacock in Adi's house.
Small big first
Patrick,
jack.
the poker player here at the India Poker Championship.
Yeah, Patrick's still alive. So Patrick's still alive.
Yes, indeed.
We are still alive, and I'm not sure if our viewers are still alive, but we will find out.
Oh, they're alive. They came here for poker.
So did we, Adi.
So did we.
And by the looks of things, Siddharth is on the big blind, Vinod Megalmani on the small blind, Akash Shekhar on the button. Comes fold around to
25,000.
Vikram Mishra, who's UTG plus. 1. He folds.
Fold.
Patrick, middle position, looks down at his hand. Thinking about it, reaches out for some chips.
All in,
And
Glenn.
it looks like he jams. So Patrick goes all in. It'll be interesting to see if anyone makes this call.
Fold.
We'll have Patrick picking up the
Fold.
blinds and antes. Siddharth looking down at his cards. Good enough to make a call or not? Doesn't snap fold, so must be marginal because he hasn't snap called either. He's like, how much is it? You can lip read that. Dealer just giving him a count and he lets go. Too much
Fold.
for Siddharth to call. And Patrick will pick up the blinds and antes. So we still haven't lost anyone on this feature table, final table yet. And we're down to the final 9. First place will take home a little over 6 lakh rupees. 6 lakhs, a good payday for 10,000 rupees. 60 times on your money. I couldn't make it to the final table. Addy couldn't make it to the start
Small
of the
big post
tournament.
here.
And while you can hear only my voice,
Once
that's
by
because
thousand.
Addy is gone to figure out what's up with the RFID. We're going to get the graphics up to you guys very, very soon. It's a matter of time, so just be patient. Hear us out. Don't worry about it. And in a matter of time, you will have the RFID.
All in. Hold.
Action is back.
So all in to call.
We have seat number 9 on the big blind.
Hold.
Siddharth, the defending champion, on the small blind. Action folds around to Siddharth in the small blind. He'll look up at his stack, ask for a count. Oh, I'm sorry. Seat number 2 has gone all in. Vikram Mishra. And he will not get a call. He'll pick up the blinds and antes and increase his chip stack.
He doesn't have
15-25.
I gotta hope that he's in there with fives.
And Addy's making his way back into this commentary booth.
Small big.
He's gonna check on the RFID. In a bit, we will know what happened to the RFID. You know, the RFID can have a sensor which might not probably be working, but
Pause to act.
that doesn't stop us from continuing the action, and that doesn't stop me from talking to you guys.
What have you been saying to them while I was away?
I was talking about how white you are and how you have no idea.
Hold.
And no, I was just telling them that you're going to go and find out about the RFID. And that's why they've got to just deal with my voice till then.
All good.
All good.
Good news. There's no major problem. It will be fixed shortly.
It didn't seem like a major
It's
problem.
actually it's not even a problem. It's a technical thing. Don't worry about it. Technology can be super
Technical glitch.
Yeah, you know, I'm a tech nerd, man. Technology is so funny. Like stuff can happen that you just can't foresee sometimes. But there's always a way to sort it out, and those guys are working super hard on getting that. So we'll have that for you very shortly.
Hold.
So we had seat 2 jamming all in again, Addy, while you were away.
You got it through. Got a double up. Uncontested. What's
Yeah,
the scene?
uncontested. Just picked up the
Uncontested.
blinds and antes. So we haven't had much action yet
250.
on this final table. Or at least we think we haven't had enough action. So yeah, should be fun. Who's your money on, Addy?
Binod.
Megal money.
Yeah.
I have a
Fellow
feeling.
Arsenal supporter. So That means they'll probably finish 4th or less.
Yeah, but Akash Shekhar looks very zoned in, man. I haven't seen him around in a while. I think he's been playing online, been playing in Thailand and a couple other places. But right now he looks zoned in, he looks dialed in. Probably the music's good.
Yep, my headphones.
But I'm still going for Siddharth's headphones.
Hold.
Akash
We've got a
folding.
few
Actually, Vinod also
railers
folding.
here. We have Katya
Yes.
Jewel saying good luck, Nimit Patel. Adwait is like any contests here. Adwait's been tuned into our streams for a while now. Adwait, thank you for tuning in again. We will be getting contests to you shortly. Just need to figure it out with the Spartan Poker team as to how much they want to give you guys in terms of goodies. I know they're working on it, so we'll have some information on that shortly. And Vijay Singh asks us how much is the delay. Vijay, it's about 15 minutes to protect the interest of the
Small
players
first tag.
and security being our biggest concern.
Any that will happen.
We keep the delay to 15 minutes and there are no phones allowed on the table.
25,000
There are no phones
call.
allowed in the booth or in the production room or in the PCR room or whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
they have the delay
25.
just in case we
15,
say
25.
something silly, they can just
Yes.
cut it.
Yeah, also,
It's like,
also,
you know.
in case we do some stupid stuff, in case we use profanity,
Hold.
ID's a regular at that. And
Yeah.
Hold.
and to me it comes...
So, but actually, technically
Hold.
speaking, so I found out more technical stuff about this. So, since this is an over 18 game, so it's all good. You know, once in a while, it's all right. People are we're adults as long as you're not being like crass about it. You're right. The problem actually comes
We're all
on
in.
Facebook, where we're also streaming, where they automatically mute your stream if you do
Use
that. So
profanity?
yeah, if they'll just cut you off. You know.
And I'm going to cut
Hold.
you off because Akash Shekhar just moved all in. And actions on Ankit Bansali. He looks down, doesn't look too happy. Let's go. And we will see what Vikram Mishra does. He's going to let go too, just sliding his orange chip in the center. So Akash, playing his first time of the final table, will pick up the blinds and antes and stay alive on this final table. Uncontested pots are always fun to win, Addy.
You wanna
Yeah,
gamble,
no,
you should go
no muss, no
downstairs.
fuss. Just take down the blinds and the antes.
Suited. Suited.
You see Patrick Liang with his
post, yeah.
white hoodie. And C3, we don't have much information about this player, but we find out. I know he doesn't have a big stack. I'm pretty sure the orange chips are the biggest chips in the room, and seat 3 or seat 4 seems to be the chip leader.
Hold.
He entered
Yeah,
as
they're
chip
20.
leader.
I think they're 20 or 25k
Fold.
chips. You're right, because 10, 20 blinds and
They
big blinds
usually-
just popped one in.
They usually never 20k chips in a tournament. I've never seen a 20,000.
So then it's 25. It has to be 25.
I've never seen a 25k chip in a tournament ever. So it's probably 25k and 5k. That's what
I had a
would
couple
go
of 25k chips last night.
with. Similar color. Yeah, he had 4 25k chips. I'm not going to tell you how he won it
I had
or
8
how he
25K
found it.
chips.
Sorry, yeah, 8
Eight,
25k chips. The 25k chips. Talking about 25k chips, we see a lot of chips going in the center again by Akash Shekhar. Akash Shekhar moving all in for the second time in as many hands.
And
And
Vinod
Vinod
with a smack
Megalmani will
call.
make the call. So we don't
Alright.
have the RFID details, but we know that they're going to be on their backs.
Yeah, production team, get ready with the flop cam.
The flop cam
The
is going to give
flop
us
cam.
information.
We get to see, here it is,
There
the
you
flop
go.
cam. Production team on point.
Money control.
So it's Akash Shekhar versus Vinod Megalmani, and
On
it's
a
going to be, I think,
back-
Vinod at risk. No, Akash at risk.
Akash not liking that. Little smirk on his face.
Yeah, knowing Vinod being a super strong player and a professional is not going to be calling him light there. Let's go to the flop cam, please.
Ace Jack with his Ace King.
Left
He
right
has called him
hanging.
a little bit light, but
No, who has the Ace Jack? We
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure actually.
I think Akash has the Ace Jack.
And an ace, no chops there. Ace King, good enough. Ace is an 8 pair.
Yeah.
King kicker, and we do lose Akash Shekhar. I'll go have a quick
Forward.
chat with him and take my headphones back.
I think Addy, you can't leave this room. You can't leave me hanging. I think Scarlett's probably doing the interviews. Addy is so used to doing everything in this room.
I know. It's just habit. I'm gonna go get my headphones back.
He's a one-stop shop.
Excuse me. I like my headphones.
For poker commentary.
Once again, guys, we already have 3 players.
Being my partner in crime. But Addy has gotten out of the way and he's gonna go see what the scene is. I'm not really sure. And as we speak, we lose our first player on the final table. We're down to the final 8 players, and the lead currently with Aditya Kesharvani and Vinod Megalmani is second in chips, picking up some more chips. Siddharth Mundada. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name. I'm just gonna call him Siddharth M. Third in chips. So Vinod Megalmani, I think a favorite to win this. Siddharth's gonna go for back-to-back. And we don't have too much information about Aditya. It'll be interesting to see how he plays this final table. However, he's been playing rock solid so far, hasn't put a foot wrong, hasn't opened too light, and hasn't really played a hand right now. So he's got enough chips, and there are quite a few shorties on the table, so he's probably waiting for them to bust. We saw one of them getting knocked out last hand. So, interesting to see what happens now.
Re-raise.
I want to thank all our viewers that are logged in. If you
175.
guys have any questions for us, please go ahead and ask us. There will be contests coming around soon.
And one hand satellite, guys.
I see Siddharth opening. And seat 1, Ankit Bansali. Looks like he's 3-bet from the cutoff. Action back on Siddharth. In the tank, considering his option. We don't know much about the hand, so we don't know if he's showboating, if he has a real hand, if he's just trying to pick out weed, trying to get a tell.
Cheers, my friend.
Fold.
And he lets go.
Already finished mine.
He shows a little thumbs up to Ankit, telling him it was a good spot. Well done. So I'm guessing Siddharth was pretty light there.
6 players.
And Ankit will increase his chips stack. You can see those 25 towers in the front, the orange chips, 25Ks, and the yellow chips, 20Ks. So Ankit looks like he has about 300 to 400K in chips maybe. We can't see much about C2's chip stack at the moment. Or C3, but I think C3, Patrick Liang is currently the shortest, or one of the shortest.
Okay, Gandhi.
And we have my man,
I'm
Adi
back, but I will be
Vadvani.
abandoning you again. I have to go do the bust out interview.
Alright, so Adi's going to abandon me again. He's going for the bust out interview.
I went to go get my headphones back, and then I got them back, and then they're like, you know, you need to talk to him too. So maybe I should probably go do my job.
You're doing a great job, Adi.
Cheers, man.
Of not being here so that I can do my job. But as we speak, I also have a look at, I can see my co-commentator, third commentator, Richard, walking into this commentary room, waiting for his chance to get on the mic. He was there yesterday. Did a great job until he lost his job to Lord Menon, Suresh Menon. Richard was on the mic for a while and then he got booted. And it was funny because I saw his Instagram post, that's how I knew about it. It was quite funny. Richard's been on for a while.
All in.
Richard, we've been trying to talk about everything else because we can't see the whole cards right now and we need to keep our viewers entertained. However, I see seat 4, the chip leader Aditya finally putting in some chips in the center. I think it came fold around to him in the small blind and he's jammed. He's put Nimit Patel for all his chips, putting him to the test. Nimit probably the shortest stack. Decides to let go.
So
Gives Aditya a little look.
I'm like, I have queen 10
Trying to get a read of him, but will not get a read of him.
But then, like, one card already.
Once again,
It's
for
like
those
the
who
line.
interested to join our one-hand satellite, guys. We already have 4 players. Still need 6 players to start a one-hand satellite.
Small big first attack. 25,000.
And we're back to the next hand.
Fold.
See Richard miking up. He's going to be joining me as
Fold.
Addy's gone out. He stepped out to do some of the bust out interviews. So what we do is every time we lose a player, Addy's with him, just trying to talk to him and find out how his experience was.
Gone on the
So
day.
like we can see, Vinod Megalmani on the big
Play all
line,
in.
smiling, enjoying his chips. Currently he's second in chips. Knows he stands a great chance to win this
All in
tournament.
to call.
He probably get some player of the year
Fold.
points. There's huge incentive for player of the year points. Nimit Patel, I think shortest on the table,
Fold.
gives
Only
Vinod
backstage.
Megalmani a walk. He knows if he jams here, he's going to get called off. And Vinod Megalmani turning over a monster ace king in the big blind. And Vinod will pick up some more chips. Oh, I think there's an all-in on a... Oh, it's ace king versus ace king. The club, for I don't know who,
Wanted to really.
five of spades, and
was
it'll be
real
a
on
chop
ace
pot. So like they say, everybody loves the chop pot, but we don't know
lost
who's
money
in
in
this
the
pot.
Everybody
Lost
loves
bets
it.
out.
What's up, Abhishek? I missed a lot, is it?
You didn't miss much because we couldn't see the hands. We've just been talking non-stop for it's been days now. And I think it was all in on a call by the two chip leaders, if I'm not wrong. So they don't care about ICM.
Who's your favorite to win?
Vinod Megalmani. My favorite to win, I think. And Siddharth looks like he wants to go back to back.
Yes, Siddharth is winner of the IPC
Big
September
prospect.
Kickoff. He's got a chance to retain his title.
Yeah. And seat 9, we haven't seen much about him, but he obviously knows how to play. That's why he's here on the final table.
25,000.
Seat 3,
Fold.
Patrick Liang, got his hoodie
Fold.
on, trying to figure out how he can maneuver this group of Indians. Look at him. You can see his eyes just rolling, having a look at every player on this table.
All in.
Alright, once again, to those who want to join our
Patrick finally
free
looking
pals,
down at his
guys,
hand.
one hand satellite.
Let's go.
After this hand, we will go to the bust out interview. Aditya is waiting to interview our ninth place finisher, Akash Shekhar. I was rooting for Akash, man. I wanted him to win.
Yeah, he looked zoned in. It was good to see him back on the circuit after a while. He looked more fitter as well. So I want to see more of his play. I have Faiz Alam asking me if I'm playing the high roller today. I will mostly late reg it. I never usually start the tournament on time. It's just too much effort. I'll late reg it with probably like 70, 80 big blinds, maybe 50 big blinds. Most likely, not sure. We'll see how long the stream goes. I'd committed to the stream. I'd committed to bringing some nonsense to you guys on the stream. And let's see. Luckily for us, we have 3 commentators, so we can take turns. How was your experience yesterday in the commentary booth?
It was fun. The feature table was quite active. We had a lot of action happening, a lot of bad beats. So it was fun covering that. Peter was helping me out in the
Once again,
commentary.
to
It
those
was
who
fun
are interested
always
to join our one hand
talking
satellite,
to
guys,
him
please
about
proceed table number
IPC.
25.
Also, we saw a lot of new
10,000
faces, which is a good sign.
That's the thing about IPC, right? Like every time you have an IPC, you randomly see new faces. You're like, where have you been, bro? Where'd you learn the game? Why haven't I seen you before?
Absolutely, it was fun to have a lot of new faces. Also, seeing that the level of play they come in with also is very impressive. And we have word that Aditya is going to do the bust out interview with Akash Shekhar. So over to you, Aditya.
Okay, we have our first elimination here at the final table of the kickoff. It is Mr. Akash Shekhar, my buddy. Well played, first of all. 67K payout. Freeze out format, how often do you get to play these?
Not very often. Usually re-entry is always the format that you like a player prefers to play, because once you bust you can re-enter and stuff like that. But it was a good structure. The levels are pretty decent. The final table was very there's a lot of wiggle room to play with middling stacks and stuff.
Check.
Once again, in 5 players score, guys, so we're at the one hand satellite.
ठीक है चेक 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 1 2 3 माइक चेक आ रहा माइक
Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Right, sorry about that. Back with Akash, our ninth place finisher. There was a small technical error. The technical error was that I forgot what I was saying, but that's okay. We'll move on from that. Very well played. 67K payout. We were talking about freeze-outs just before this, and you were saying about the structure. You enjoyed it, yes?
Yeah, so it's, freeze-out's usually a great warm-up, like in the starting of the IPC, followed by the 100K and stuff. So it's good. Everyone gets to play without re-entries and stuff. As it is, it's a short format, so if you have re-entries, the final table takes much more. It takes much longer to get there. So because of the freeze-out, I guess the structures, the stacks were pretty deep in the final table. Like average stack was 25 bigs and stuff. So
Your journey here to the final table, though, was it rocky roads? Was it smooth sailing?
late reg on the 4th level yesterday because I got late on my way here, and I jumped into the 30-20 bigs, and after that I just snowboard from there. I just won a couple of double-ups and stuff, and around the bubble I had one of the biggest stacks. I entered day 2 with like 4th in chips. So yeah, it was from there it was smooth sailing from there on. But yeah, and on the final table I had a middling stack, so I was a little unfortunate. I ran into Vinod's ace king.
Yes, I mean kind of standard there because he's never going to call you light.
I knew as soon as I was dead,
but 16 bigs it's fairly large.
Spot where I can't min raise. I did want to min raise because there's a lot of short stacks on the table, so I went for the rip. Just the previous hand I had shot with the ace 9 off, so I was hoping to get called light. But once Vinod called, I knew he had it.
Fair enough. Well, can't win them all, but it's a great way to start off the series. What's your plan for 2020 looking like?
Right now the HR starts in 17 minutes, so
That's
that's the immediate plan. I haven't thought beyond that.
Fantastic. Well, you've made up half of the buy-in already. A little bit more of that from the high roller. So best of luck. We'll see you soon. Cheers.
Welcome back. Thank you, Addy. Thank you, Addy, for that bust-out interview. We really have no idea what you said and what Akash Shekhar said because we don't have the mics, volumes up in the commentary booth. But
we're not having a good day.
Yeah.
We're not having a good day
But
today.
knowing Addy, I'm sure he'd have held his fort. And knowing Akash Shekhar, holding his fort for sure. We're back to the action. We still haven't picked up any information on the RFID, guys. The technical team is working on it. We apologize for the delay and for the inconvenience caused. Like they say, inconvenience caused is regretted. It's deeply regretted. And I heard a little clap. It was like a little clap, you know, when you're on the airlines and then the technical glitch gets sorted and you're ready for takeoff. You hear a little clap by all the passengers. So a little clap in the background, and I'm pretty sure the RFID is back. So, or at least that's what it sounded like or looked like. I can hear over here the PCR team. There you go. I was right. And I see a little thumbs up. It's like as if the Chandrayaan landed on the moon right now. These guys are celebrating, just giving each other hugs. We just accomplished Apollo 2.
Many apologies for that delay.
So yeah, now we come back and we finally see the RFID Addy. Addy's walked back, made his way into the commentary booth. We have pocket 8s for Patrick Liang. The blinds are 25K, so he goes all in for 245. Easy jam for him. Nimit Patel, 130K, ace 9 off. I think he's going to call off here. He has like 7 big blinds, 6 big blinds. If he folds this, I'm not quite sure how he made it here. I'm pretty sure he'll call out here.
And
What do I know,
as
Richard?
Nimit
What do I
Patel
know?
folds.
I have no idea about it. Maybe it's a break. That's probably why he folded. That explains it. He wants to go into the break. Explains it. Apologies, guys. But it says young and restless at the back. So, good spot for Patrick Liang to pick up the blinds and antes, although he does have a legit hand.
Ankit with a big stack. Pondering the call, but eventually decides to fold. We will go to a break and come back to you right after. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching the stream. This is still the IPC 10K Kickoff final table. We are down to 8 players and we will join you back shortly.
See you on the other side.
So, it's all over. 5 incredible days of this return of the India Poker Championship. What a journey it's been. It started on day 1 with lines flying out the door to show up for the 10K kickoff event. 437 entries on that day. Siddharth Mundada topping that field, taking home the first trophy and 8.8 lakhs for his effort. We also had a satellite running for the main event. 13 people got seats into the main event from there. Then the next day, the high roller kicked off. The big boys, 100K they put down to play. 207 of them entered. We got a 2CR prize pool. We got 51 lakhs for first place. And Pranay Chawla was the name of the man that took that down. Then, of course, we had day 1A of the main event kickoff. 390 people turned up. Imagine that for a 35K entry and a 1.6 CR prize pool that was guaranteed. Day 1B exceeded all expectations with 387 entrants. That's a total player count of 777. Prize pool 2.6 CR. 1 CR over the guarantee. How about that? 777. Love the number. That went down to the final table. There was contenders, there was Dhaval Mudgal, there was Ashish Ahuja, but in the end, only one could be crowned champion of the India Poker Championship, and that was Raj Talwar, who took home 49 lakhs and a 7 Friday watch, which was incredible. And then in a beautiful gesture of sportsmanship, he gave the 7 Friday watch, which he also won, to his opponent, the runner-up Ayush Garg. Then we had the final event, the closing event, the 15K Headhunter, which was a bounty format that was taken down by Raghavendra Hada, who took home 7 lakhs for his efforts and a whopping 18 bounties worth 5K each. Very well played to all of our champions. And if that wasn't enough, the final little cherry, but not little at all, the icing on the cake was that Mr. Dan Bilzerian himself was down here at the India Poker Championship to interact with our community, which is amazing for the prospects of this great poker playing nation. And that was that. The IPC in a nutshell. What an experience, what a journey. We can't wait to be back on the 4th of December when the IPC will return to shatter all records once again, no doubt. We hope you enjoyed it.
IPC Kickoff. I'm with Abhishek Goendi, and as you can see, the RFID is back. Everything seems to be running well and good. We see Vinod Meglamani with the King 10 in the hijack. He makes a race to 60,000.
Yeah, welcome back, Richard. Getting up early definitely sucks. And the RFID is not here. We woke up early. But now we're back with the RFID. The technical glitch has been sorted. There was a slight glitch in the reader. The team has been working effortlessly to bring this to you. It's been almost 10 days they've been on the road. But glitches happen. It's part of life. Can't do much. And the reason I said getting up early sucks is because my co-commentator, Richard, his handle on Instagram is getting up early sucks.
Follow me.
Follow him if you think getting up early sucks. If you're not a morning person, I think you need to follow him. And yeah, so we're back. We're down. We lost Akash Shekhar a little earlier on. He jammed Ace Jack and got called by Vinod Meglamani's Ace King. And we have Nimit Patel, who's currently the shortest stack with 4 big blinds. Aditya, who's our chip leader, Ace 10 off, under the gun, decides to raise it up to 70,000.
Finally.
You have to give it to Aditya. He's been the chip leader right through the day.
Nimit Patel finally gets the last of his chips in for King Jack off for about 4 big blinds. And it'll be interesting to see if he doubles up or if you're going to have another elimination. But guess what?
Hello.
It could be a triple up for Patrick Liang, or it can be a double elimination for Aditya Kesharwani, or a triple up for Nimit Patel. It can be interesting. There you go, he jams.
Easiest decision for Patrick Liang today.
And Nimit Patel, little smile. He knows he's not in the best spot after seeing the action currently, and he knows he has to suck out.
280. 280. You will be blinded out.
1.19.
Ace 10 off for Aditya Kesharwani with his stack currently and 70k in the pot. I would call another 200k with ease. Interesting to see. Let's go. Okay, so interesting fold there by Aditya Kesharwani. He had to call about 6 big blinds more to win this pot.
Come on, King Jack deuce.
I think there's more than 375k in the pot, Richard, because I can see about 410 in front of them, plus 70, plus the blinds and antes.
There should be more.
Should be about 500k in the pot.
We have a gut shot for Nimit Patel. He's
So
looking for the queen. Does not get it.
He doesn't get there, so we lose Nimit Patel. Excuse me, guys. We lose Nimit Patel the first hand after the break. Shakes everyone's hands before he bounces from here.
Patrick Liang
Thank you.
up to 500,000.
Mine was a real finale.
Nodding
You
his
finally
head.
got it after squeezing for
Excited.
2 days.
Kind of tripled up there.
A lot of smiles on the table. Everyone is happy with the bust out.
Obviously, they all get pay jumps now.
Absolutely.
So pay jumps are always fun, you know. When someone gets knocked out and you get more money, there's no better feeling. Especially when you're short and you pick up aces in a 3-way pot. There you see Patrick, after winning that pot, is only up to 17 big blinds. So he was in the
short,
danger zone for a long time. So we're down to the final 7 players.
30,000 to call.
Who's your money on, Richard?
Yeah, I think Vinod is definitely one of my top picks. Siddharth has been playing well. He's been doing well for the last couple of months as well. And Aditya Kesharwani, I mean, he's been dominating the whole tournament right from day one. So he's definitely a strong contender.
Do you know more about him? I've never really
I've
seen
never
him.
got the chance to see him play, but I'm excited to watch and see what he does and how he negotiates this final table.
Always fun to see new players coming up on the block. Action is on Vikram Mishra on the button. He has King 5 suited and has just over 10 big blinds. Contemplating his decision, figuring out whether he should go with this or not. He's got 2 guys on his left to cover him. So
I had a chance to speak to Vikram actually on the break, and he's been playing very cautiously. He's looking to make the pay jumps, not take too many risks. Vinod, I had a chat with. He apparently made a huge laydown against Archit. He raised pocket 9 from the dealer button and folded to a 3-bet. and Archit had pocket jacks.
Wow.
So Vinod also is in the zone. He's playing well. He's making good reads and lower
Yeah, and
folds.
he's got experience on his side. He's an experienced
For sure,
campaigner.
for
He's
sure.
been in this situation quite often, both online and live, and he has some sick scores. So he's probably going to be the favorite to win this final table at the moment. Closely followed by Siddharth and Aditya Kesharwani, I guess. Those would be my top 3 picks, if you ask me.
Of what little I know about Patrick, he's been playing a lot. I mean, he's, I think, been playing in China, where he's from, and also taking trips to Vietnam and other international series. So he's, you cannot count him out. He's definitely got experience on his side as well.
It's great to know that we have international players playing the India Poker Championship. India Poker
75.
Championship doing India Poker Championship things. Putting India on the map in terms of poker. Indian players have gotten so much better of late, in my opinion.
That's so true, and we see that in the form of results. The kind of showing we've had last year at the WSOP, it has been very impressive, and definitely India is on the poker map internationally as well. As we speak, a lot of Indian players are at Manila.
Yeah.
They are hunting the dragon.
Sahil finished first in the kickoff event. Great start to the new year. He
Good
won
stuff,
about
good
20
stuff
odd
there,
lakhs. I think he ran deep in the main, in the super high roller. Dhaval Mudgal himself FTing the high roller. So Indians are showing up on their own right now on the international circuit. And there you see, I see Yuri at the back. And we have the high roller starting out. The high roller is 100,000 buy-in with a 1.2 CR guarantee.
175.
And last time they had crushed the guarantee. They were up to 207 players, and we're having another technical glitch right now inside. We're going to be back. We're going to be muting our mics while we set up the technical glitch in the production booth. So watch the hand, guys. See you on the other side. For Patrick, and he'll have the best hand. However, it's a scary board to have the best hand on, and it's a board where Aditya can easily get his opponent off. But Patrick checks and Aditya bets his 9 pair, converting his hand into a bluff. And I like this bet there by Aditya. And he takes down the pot, so he gets the best hand to fold. Patrick not really happy about it. That's how we play our poker in India, Patrick. And like we say, I'm sorry guys, but I got distracted, and we're going to be cutting to the bust out interview with Aditya Wadhwani.
Okay, I've got Nimith Patel with me right now, 8th place finisher at the kickoff event at the IPC. Congratulations, first of all, for making it here. Hard final table for you because you were pretty card dead, right?
Yes, I was very, very card dead. And I didn't have, I had 11 BB when I started the final table. And I was completely card dead. I didn't even play any hand. I was completely card dead. The last hand I got, it was a UTG Open, and I had a King Jack offsuit. So of course, I had to go all in. So I went all in. The big blind woke up with the aces.
Oh.
Still, I got the chance. Gut
The
shot.
big blind always wakes up with something. I never understand that.
Yeah, man.
But otherwise, how was the tournament for you in general?
Very good. Yeah. I really enjoyed.
Playing freeze outs, do you enjoy that more, or do you prefer a re-entry structure?
I enjoyed both structure.
Just love poker in general. And now your plan for the rest of this? Are you gonna jump into the high roller, wait for the main event?
Yes, I'm gonna play all the tournament in IPC.
Lovely.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for an event like this? Multiple days of poker.
Nothing, every day for practice.
Volume. Yeah. Right then. Well, I know he's going to jump into some cash games now with a nice 87K or so, or 80K plus. What was it? It's a good amount. And on one bullet, because it's a freeze out. Yeah. It's a happy days. Nimith Patel, very well played, sir. Congratulations. Back to the action.
Are we live?
5 lang, right? 5.
Live, I guess. Richard, we haven't seen much of Ashwani, and now I think we're going to finally see some action from him. He's been quiet.
He did not get too much to play with up till now, and he does the one thing that he's been waiting to do. He goes all in. And look what we have here.
Queens for Aditya Keshwani. This is just so unfair. You play one hand on the final table, you pick up pocket nines, and then the chip leader picks up pocket queens. What's going to be better is if the 9 comes up on the flop. I just love bad beats.
All in.
It's a famous saying. There's always a 9.
There's always a 9?
There's always a 9.
Alright.
So,
And Vinod has ace king! Wow, this is potentially the chip lead pot on this FT.
change everything.
There you see some massive shove by Vinod Megalmani, Aditya Kesharvani. Covers Vinod, and Vinod's not going to be happy. He has a little nod of the head. So I think Kesharvani is called here. And this could be interesting. There are pay jumps. And clearly nobody caring about the pay jumps right now.
This is a leader pot. This could make or break
This is the flip
everyone's
to win the
tournament
tournament.
live and chances to win this one.
To get
9
second in the
versus
tournament.
Queens versus Ace King.
Cover me.
What do you think? It's always coming ace.
It's always a 9.
I have
I have a feeling it's going to be ace in the window.
1,050,000.
Yeah, I think there's an ace on the window and maybe a 9, and and we don't have a bust out, so everybody stays in.
Oh, that's interesting. There you go. Deuce 3 4. So a 5 will give Megalmani a straight. Ace on the turn. I called it. A 5 for a chop pot. Oh, we're going to lose Ashwani, and Vinod is going to be overwhelming chip lead. Aditya Kesharwani is down to less than 10 big blinds. And there it cuts to us. We're down to 0 big blinds here, guys. We have no big blinds. And we're just trying to comment and bring this to you. My name is Abhishek Goindi, and that's co-host Richard. And there you go, Ashwani. Nice. Walks away with a nice handshake with everyone, and he seems pretty content. I like how he's getting up and leaving. He doesn't really care. He's like, I came to play poker, and I play poker.
1065.
So we lose Ashwani in 7th place. And Vinod Megalmani becomes the overwhelming chip leader on this final table.
2.6 million chips. Aditya Kesharwani must be really disappointed. He was looking really sharp, really focused, was doing extremely well up till this point where he got unlucky.
There you see the chip counts. Sorry, the pre-flop raises. Vinod Megalmani 36%, and Siddharth, who's the current champion, defending champion at 8%. So Siddharth playing really snug, really hasn't played a hand on this final table. We haven't had the R5, so we don't know if he's playing tight or if he hasn't picked up a hand.
Yeah, since then he hasn't played a hand. We haven't seen him in action. Vinod's having some trouble accumulating all the chips. He's gathered a lot of real estate in that hand.
Yeah. And as we speak, we're just going to be muting our mics for a second.
Big blind. Yeah, it's okay. 40,000 to call. All in.
Patrick Liang decides to go all in from the hijack with ace-5 off, and Siddharth Mundada has ace-jack on the small blind. So we're probably going to see Siddharth playing his first hand.
Ask for it.
Yep. I asked for it and we got it. So this should be fun.
Definitely going all in. What you think?
It's an easy call, but I have a feeling he wants to go back to back, so that's kind of playing on his mind.
470.
And
470.
Finally arranging
420.
took some time there.
420,
Yep.
sorry. 420.
1.6 million right there.
And he has 500k, so it's pretty much for most of his stack too. And if he loses this, he could be crippled.
12 and 13.
I have a very strong feeling he wants the title more, and all of a sudden, instead of the ICM pressure, it's the title pressure that he's playing with. Yeah, that's the feeling I get, because this is a pretty easy call in my opinion. Hijack jams for like 14 big
I think
lines.
even after the posturing, he might just end up calling, because it's a good hand. He's playing against a player from the cutoff. Patrick Liang has been active. He's seen Patrick play and make such shots before. Should be a fairly easy call.
Still in the tank, Patrick.
Ooh.
Girl, you're not liking it. And he lets go. Oh my god. And guess
What a
what?
good fold. What a good fold.
Guess what? The big blind picks up pocket nines, and it could not be the best fold if the flop comes out ace jack.
4% is a massive edge.
That would be really bad.
That'd be tilting.
Surprising though that he folded that hand.
There you go.
There you
Ace,
go.
queen, 8. So he would have taken the lead. However, it's never over till the river. There you go. Ace, jack. Siddharth Mudanda would have been in a better spot.
Patrick Liang doubles up.
Of course, hard for you also, so much
And
ICM.
Sally left with 105k. The reason that Siddharth decided to lay down that hand.
The title defense, in my opinion, I have a feeling it played a big role in his mind because. Also, the other reason I see is Patrick Liang played one hand, showed pocket aces, and the previous hand he showed pocket eights. So Liang playing two hands and showing the best two hands, or rather really good two hands. So
Need to win those flips.
Siddharth probably thinking ace jack will not be really good against Patrick's range.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
Not to mention, once he calls with ace jack, he's never ever in a dominating situation since
The right time he deviated.
And there you can have, sorry Richard, but there you can have a look at the chip count. Vinod has 55% of the chips in play. Ankit is down to 2 big blinds.
Virat could literally take a walk for 15 minutes.
Yeah, he could probably go start playing the high roller, come back and be heads up. So yeah, let's see. Patrick Liang under the gun folds.
All the money anyway, fish. We plan on tilting.
There's
Back in
80,000.
action. I think he's not placed his cards correctly on the RFID sensor, so we cannot see what he has.
Use the chip well.
All in.
This was expected for him. And we have all in by Ankit Bansali, King Jack for the last two big blinds.
Big hand.
An easy call for Vinod, he just has to put in 25k.
Now we'll see his hand. We don't really need to.
Pocket queens.
The ladies.
This is an easy game.
Good luck, Ankit. Thanks. Hope you
Ankit still has the king
Okay, best of luck. Don't need the luck.
and it's a queen on the flop.
Oh no.
And 10 will help Ankit. Otherwise oh, and the 10 comes out. So Vinod finally losing a pot.
So get
That's
up now.
insane. And Ankit is down to 2 big blinds and he has a chance. Not a very good chance, but he still has I think 6 big blinds now. So
I've got to sit straight. Sorry guys, I was slacking in my seat. I was
Get 3 out.
just trying to read the comments on the Facebook chat and YouTube chat, but we've lost.
That's how you do it, huh?
Ankit
Ankit?
King Jack off.
You've been doing this to me since
he doubled up.
How?
He doubled up.
7, 8 years.
We doubled up.
Come to think about it,
Went on a
he was
holiday
only
and
drawing the
came
3
back
tens
and
because the 10 of hearts gives.
The Queen of Hearts, he had
Yeah.
the Queen of Hearts. Vinod had the
Yes,
Queen of
yes,
Hearts.
that would have made him a one card flush.
10s to 10.
So Vinod
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah, Queen Jack.
losing too much there. Still the chip leader comfortably. Ankit Bansali now with 7 big blinds.
ठीक है.
He is the second shortest stack on the table.
Oh wait, forgot about
40,000 to call.
Verified.
Vinod Megalmani still stacking his chips from that big hand. Aditya
All
Keshravani
in.
goes all in onto the gun, 295k with 5-6 suited. I like this jam. Siddharth finally picks up ace jack again.
All in.
Call it this time, bro.
295. $295.
In the tank. Counting out at the big blinds.
All in.
And he does. He shows the triangle. He's
All in.
all in
Two-player all
with ace jack.
Finally gets it in. I have a sneaky feeling he's gonna lose this ace jack. Sorry, bro, but I just have a really, really sneaky feeling. You know, sometimes when you do these things, when you're trying to defend your title,
Yeah, you get caught up in your own thoughts and complicate for yourself.
so Aditya very, very live here. But the good thing is that Siddharth, even if he loses the spot, will have his title defense on the line because he will not be eliminated. 8-5 ace.
Ace.
So Siddharth takes the lead. He'll be happy with that flop. So unless a 5 or a 6 runs out, we're gonna lose Aditya Keshravani. It's a 7, so I like that. Siddharth will knock out Aditya Keshravani, who was the chip leader when he entered here. Lost a huge flip against Vinod Megalmani. And Siddharth will be liking that. And will take him closer to the title. So now we're down to the final 5, Richard.
He can almost taste it. He's close. He's played very well today. He's been slightly cautious, but he does want that title defense very, very seriously. He has to contend with Vinod, of course, who has all the chips at this table. 53% of the chips, 2.5 million to his name. But Siddharth Mundara right behind him with a little under 900,000.
There you go, 5 big blinds and 7 big blinds. You can expect a couple of quick all-ins now. And then it will be down to the final 3.
40,000 to call.
And with that, we're going to maintain our routine and we're going to cut down to the bust out, cut out or cut over or whatever it is. We're going to the bust out interview with Aditya Wadhwani and Aditya Keshravani, the two Sindhis. Over to you guys.
Okay, Mr. Ashwini, congratulations. You've just made 10 times your buy-in money. How are you feeling?
Money is always good. So it's fantastic. And this was my first time I'm playing poker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
First time playing poker at all?
Tournament.
Otherwise, what's your usual day?
If I fly anywhere, so I go to a casino and just small time kind of thing. So this time I thought of, coming up to a tournament. So good.
Yeah, it's ended very well for your first live event to make a final table in a major series. It's amazing. Is that
This arrangement was fantastic. To be a part of it was something like, any newcomer, it's something like, wow. Like,
well, you were holding your own very well there because there's a couple of really solid pros here on this table.
yes, they were amazing. The only thing I thought probably was, I cannot, fight with them if I'm playing the way they play. So the best defense was to attack, all in.
Fantastic. In general, are you going to be playing the rest of the series now?
Today a bit tired because yesterday we went at 4 o'clock in the morning. So today, in fact, so not today, but yes, for the main event, yes.
Cool. Well, you've deserved your rest. You've played very well. Congratulations, sir. I'm sure we'll see you around. Fantastic. All right, next up, another man. His name is also Aditya. He's just finished in 6th place. 6th or 7th? 6th place. Hi, Aditya. Nice to meet you. Come on in. Tell me all about it. How was that final table?
The experience was very good. I was chip leading at the moment, and one hand changed it all. That happens. That's a part of poker that we have to deal with. I'm quietly satisfied with my performance. There were many things that I have to improve. Things were not smooth. There was I got lucky at one moment, doubled up. Then from there it was a smooth ride, and I was chip leader for a while, and but I'm happy right now. Whatever has been. Yeah, it's
fantastic. You sound from the way you're talking. You sound like you play a lot of poker. Then are you full time?
Yes, currently I play full time, mostly cash, and want to go ahead and like every poker player here has a dream of playing in WSOP and the EPT, many prestigious tournaments. I hope I like go there and prove myself there. So let's see. I'll work hard, more hard, up to the god now, and let's see.
Lovely. Well, there's of course the main event coming up. I think it's going to be like 60, 70 lakhs first place. So I think we should focus on that first one.
I'm not currently playing that. I'll be thinking about the main event. I'll take the day off today just to assimilate the things where I was wrong, where I did good. So that's the plan today. I'll go to home, rest, and today's my birthday as well.
Oh, hey! Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. And that's it. Like, if you have any questions.
Cool. Well, we certainly enjoyed watching you play, and it's a great little birthday gift that you've given yourself. So enjoy it, sir. Very well played. Congratulations. Okay, back to the boys in the booth.
And we're back, five-handed. That was Aditya Keshwani. And we have all-in by Vikram Mishra. We cannot see his cards. He's all-in for his last 205,000. Siddharth Bundara looking down at A6 off. Has a stack of about 800,000. He of course has to consider the player behind.
All in. All in.
There's no one to raise all in.
He is all in with the A6. We do not know what Vikram has. Vikram has been playing.
You want to play sweat with Vikram?
Sweat with Vikram is what we are playing until we see his hand, which is King 8 suited.
I'm going for the King 8 of Vikram Mishra. I just like bad beats.
It's fun to watch. It's true.
It's not when you're playing.
Not when you're playing.
Yeah.
And there is a king in the window.
King 8 so far, so good. Oh, the club. That's a good card
That's a
for
good
Siddharth.
card.
So either a club or a jack or an ace.
And no bueno. King 8 wins.
2,05,000.
This is how I play my poker.
So no elimination there. Double up for the Vinod Mishra.
5,000.
Alright, we're still left with 5 players. Patrick Liang up against the 4 Indians on this final table. Vinod Megalmani with chip lead. Siddharth Mudanda with the current defending champion. And Ankit Bansali and Vikram will be competing amongst the other 5 players.
Most of the chips on this table is with Vinod. The rest of them have a long uphill task.
$60,000. 60,000.
Oh, 60.
Vinod looks extremely comfortable. He is the most experienced player at this table.
Yeah, he's
60,000
won
to call.
everything online, especially on Spartan. I think except for the Destiny or something, he's won every single thing.
Patrick Liang looks down at a playable hand, but he's under the gun with the King Jack off. He might want to open this. Sitting with a million chips in front of him.
It's 125.
There you go. It'll be fun to see how Patrick handles the stack. Till now, he's been the shortest stack on the final table. He's got it in good every single time. And it'll be interesting to see what he does with the stack. It'll be fun to watch him play.
Action to you, sir.
Vikram Mishra, King 9 suited on the
125.
big blind. He is invested in this hand with the big blind and big blind ante. 410k behind with him.
Now with the jump start.
And he chooses to fold. And Patrick Liang adds another 150k to his stack.
He'll pick up the blinds and antes, and he'll be feeling really good about this right now.
That's a good place to be in, picking up the blinds and antes, staying in the game, adding to your chip stack, not risking anything.
Yeah, it's the best feeling to win chips uncontested. So, who's your money on? Is it obviously Vinod Megalmani is the favorite.
You know what? I would really like Vikram Mishra to win.
Vikram Mishra?
Yeah, he seems like he's not played too much poker. He has made it this far. He looks determined. He's playing extremely well. A little coy maybe, but it would be nice to see someone a new face win a big tournament.
60,000 to call.
Of course, Vinod and Siddharth definitely are in the running. They are. Siddharth looks determined to win this tournament. And Vinod has the most chips and a lot of experience on his side. So a mix of that is going to be very difficult for the other players to contest.
Race 120.
Ace King for Siddharth, the defending champion. King 6 on clubs under the gun. So we'll see Siddharth jamming here, and Vinod's going to get out of the way. Vinod's going to be using his chip stack quite a lot. You can expect this a lot from Vinod. When they're down to 5 and he has 50% of the chips in play, he's going to be raising a ton.
Yeah, we already saw the stat with the pre-flop race. He has been the most active player, even before he had the chip lead with such a huge margin.
Yeah, he was not scared to get it in.
And at the same time, he's also made like the big four that we were talking about, pocket nines, and I think he's playing well. He's feeling good, and he is set to be at least top 3. He would be extremely disappointed if he loses it from here. Yeah, like you said, Siddharth Mundada is all in with the ace king, and Vinod makes an easy laydown.
Yeah, I expect that from Vinod quite a bit. Raise fold a lot. He's going to be using that strategy quite often. We have a lot of people railing Patrick on the stream. So Patrick's probably sent the link to a lot of his friends and be like, hey, watch out, see how I take these Indian guys down. Because everybody that's railing him doesn't sound Indian, like Tom Cooper.
Tom Cooper is definitely not Indian.
Definitely not Indian. Right. Unless his name is like Tanmay Cooperwala, some kind of like Parsi.
Very optimistic.
Becomes like Tom Cooper. Sometimes I meet these Indian friends of mine who go abroad and then they come back with an English name or an American name.
So Sam is Samir.
Yeah, and I had a friend actually, his name was Andy Morgan. And he didn't look like an Andy Morgan. And after a little bit of interrogating, I found out his real name was Anand Murugan.
Wow.
So Tom Cooper, if you're listening, I hope you're not Tanmay Cooperwala or those. But jokes apart, back to your man who you're supporting, Patrick Liang, ace queen of diamonds from the small blind, Vinod Megalmani 10-4 off in the big blind. Patrick decides to limp this, getting cute. Trying to play a small pot, both of them top 2 in stacks. Decides to flop, runs out ace 9-3, good flop for Patrick, check. Turn 10, Vinod will pick up a pair. Patrick leading, Vinod is definitely going to call. So I like how Patrick is playing this hand, Richard.
Yes, he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's not messing around with the big stack. Ace queen definitely a very good hand, but he doesn't want to play a very big pot at this moment. There's no reason for him to risk so much of his stack. And we can see the check mark. He has taken down the hand. He will definitely win this. The 3 clubs on board, that is a concern. I don't think so. Patrick Liang is betting it out, and Vinod should get out of the way easily.
Making it look like a bluff, going for a monster bet. I like it. You can see how comfortable he is playing post flop when he gets chips. So he obviously knows the game. Betting 175. Vinod Megalmani.
Might be tempted to call.
Yeah, he has a bluff catcher kind of hand with 10 here. He's beating bluffs. Doesn't beat too much of Patrick's value hands and value range here. So it's be interesting. Vinod in the tank. Almost looks like he's ready to call this. He wants to make the call, but he doesn't really want to lose any more chips and give any chips to the second chip lead. And he decides to let go, makes the right fold.
That's an amazing fold.
You read me well.
Siddharth just staring him down, trying to get a read of him. Patrick smirks, knows what he did there. Limped the ace queen and then tried turning his hand into a bluff, or tried portraying that he was trying to bluff by going big on the river.
That was a good spot for him to limp. In case Vinod tried to bully him by making a raise, it would have been a great spot for him to go over the top, put pressure back on Vinod. Always nice to disguise your range in such spots.
And you can see down to the final five, Ankit Bansali shortest stack, followed by Vikram, who's the second shortest stack. Ankit is under the gun, 2.5 big blinds,
60,000.
so don't be surprised. And he picks up a good hand. He like this. He like this. He wouldn't mind a call here, to be honest. You can see it on his face. He's excited. He's like, all right, come along. I don't mind it. I've got a good hand.
He instantly has that face, like, I don't have anything, just call.
Yeah, but he has the ace jack, and Patrick's going to make a call here for sure. It'll be interesting to see if he
140.
flats or goes over the top.
He could be more inclined to call because he has Vinod behind him.
Yeah, and Vinod has showed that he's not scared to put in chips. Counting out his stack. Patrick seems the kind of guy, if he wins some chips, will probably be a tough competitor.
He does make the call.
Jack 10 for Vinod.
Might be tempted.
Vinod calls this one too. It's just 2 big blinds. He has a small blind in.
Definitely getting a decent value to come along.
Little does he know that Ankit hasn't dominated. Siddharth Mundada. 8 for diamonds on the big blind. Come along, bro. Let's make it a family pot. Come along. So we have actually Vikram left, but come along. You're getting
He just
a
has
good price.
80k to call. I think it
You
does
want to be
make-
sick if he jams you.
that would
If he jams
be
you, it'll be
crazy.
epic. Yeah, that's Richard, and that's me. Getting up early sucks. That's his.
Yes, Goendi right here.
Pimping each other out here. But can we come back to the action, guys? You want to see what's happening? There's a 3-way call.
Yes,
Thank you.
Mundada does make the call. It's a good. It's actually. I think it's not a good spot for him to call.
One player all in.
Yeah. The thing
I
is, he
mean,
got
he could-
tempted with the amount of chips in play. He has to call 80k to win 540, you know. And that could potentially mean like a 80% rise in his stack. So I think he was tempted. And he probably thinks he had 2 life cards. Now he has a backdoor straight and a backdoor flush. Patrick has top pair. He's got to bet this and take it down.
Yeah, Ankit Bansali, let's not forget, is all in with the ace jack.
125.
He's going to play for the side pot. Everyone folds and it's just him and Patrick. Ankit needs an ace.
Oh, Rana. Ankit not very happy to see Patrick's hand. Patrick's going to pick up some more chips if he wins this. A decent sized spot actually, because 3 guys called.
3 guys called, yes.
So it can be I have a feeling it can be so unless an ace rolls out, okay, it hasn't, and we're going to lose Ankit Bansali in 5th position, and we're down to our final foes. So the elimination is happening thick and fast.
Another pay jump for the final 4 at this table. Patrick Liang adding some more chips, closing the gap between him and Vinod. Aggression frequency.
Yeah.
Vinod, not surprising to see him right up there with 40%. He's been very active at this table and he has maintained the lead with over 2 million chips.
60,000 to call.
500, 1,000, 1,000,
Nice. It'll be fun to see Patrick Liang. He looks like a guy who comes to play, knows how to play, taking the right spots.
And you rightly noted that the moment he started accumulating chips, he's been opening up his game,
60,000.
being more active,
All in.
and it's nice to see him play really well. Vinod goes all in with the ace king of clubs.
He's like, I don't care about raising anymore. Let's just put them in the
He
cage.
covers everyone.
Especially when he's on the button, he's like, put them on the cage. I kind of like a raise fold strategy here, to be honest. I mean, raise call strategy, to be honest. Kind of induce the blinds to jam, especially because you folded the last time around.
Right.
So just to stay a little balanced, I prefer raising here and calling off a shove. But having said that, jamming
60,
here is
30,
absolutely
60.
fine too. Just put them in the cage, make them make the wrong call with ace high. That's an option. You can see in the outer table, Yuri with his hand covered, mouth covered, blue hoodie. Yuri with the blue hoodie, playing the high roller. Yuri's been crushing online. I was speaking to him the other day. He's been crushing online. So is this man on your screen? Vinod Megalmani. Surrounded by these Sindhis.
60,000 to
Vinod
call.
Megalmani, Aditya Kashirani, and Aditya Vadvani.
Yeah.
Having said that, we're going to cut to Aditya Vadvani after this hand, and the current champion, the current chip leader, sorry, the current defending champion, pocket aces from the button. So let's see if he goes for a raise call strategy or if he goes for a jam.
So coming back to your point, doesn't the all-in represent more weakness, or what do you think? How would you play the late position?
It really depends on the opponents on the blinds. There you go, raise call strategy. The thing is, if you have aggro players on your left, you construct your strategy in such a way wherein you want to be raising some hands to induce certain bets so that they can jam on you and you can snap off. And certain hands where you can't really call off a bet where they can jam on you light, you can just jam and take down the blinds and antes because it's probably a hand which plays well.
Post flop, yeah.
Which plays well is basically a range versus range. So if you have a hand like ace-5 suited, you rather jam that because if you raise and calling off a shove is a lot harder. Even if your opponent does it with king 10 or king queen.
Right.
So you rather jam those hands. And
So what are the strong hands in your jamming range?
It depends on the number of blinds, but you could definitely have like ace-10 suited, ace-jack suited, ace-9 suited, king-queen suited. All these kind of hands jamming from the button. Again, really depends on the stack depths, to be honest. But yeah, you can balance it out. You can jam ace-king like Vinod just did. He's trying to balance out his jamming range because I can see Vinod doing it with king-queen and king-10 as well.
60,000.
And as we say, we're going to cut to one of my favorite Sindhis, Aditya Vadvani, and he's going to be over with our latest bust out, Ankit Bansali.
And watch this hand. Siddharth Mundara goes all in with the pocket deuces from UTG.
I like this interesting shove because he has more than 15 big blinds, if I'm not wrong. Close to 15 big blinds. I think what's happening is basically someone's played out of turn. And
No, but if he said it, I don't know.
Now, if you said,
actually let the flow decide. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I think the confusion is Vikram might have said all in out of turn, and
let the flow
Siddharth made the call. The problem is Vinod is still in the hand, and he's got a hand in front of him. So we're getting the tournament director to come and clarify this. The question becomes whether Siddharth's whole stack is at risk or whether he is just calling Vikram's all in, which is quite a big difference.
Yeah.
Right? Say all in. And then
His action, he's gone all in.
the action all in. Now all options are open.
Yeah.
Here's the action.
that's what I said.
Alright, so actions on the right now.
But then you should get a penalty, right?
So Vikram has to fold,
Stand the rules.
and Siddharth's all in stands.
Vikram
Lucky for
probably
him.
got away there.
Lucky for him, everyone folds.
Automatically mapping start.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Purple high center.
And I think with that, we're probably going to be cutting to the bust out interview with
That's right.
Aditya Vadvani and Ankit Bansali.
Okie doke, one more elimination in 5th place, Ankit Bansali. Very well played, sir. A little bit difficult runouts for you, though, right?
Yeah, lost 2 flips, and then the last hand also I was ahead. I mean, technically, Ace Jack versus King Queen. Lost that hand too. Happens, poker. There's not much you could do. Love to have won at least one of the 3. Could have stayed for longer.
Well, it's a great way to start the series, making a final table. How was it hard or easy out there for you? What was it like?
I am not the best person to judge hard easy because I don't know most of these guys. So I used to play poker like 4 years back, and then I've stopped for the last 4 years. So I wouldn't know, I mean, what's hard, what's easy, all of them is just the same for me. But it was good. I mean, it was good fun. Was not my day. Let's see. The next tournament maybe. Yeah, but it was fun.
Do you consider yourself like an old school player then as well? Not so much like these mathematical robots out there?
Yeah, I think so. So, because we used to play back just when it started here, we played like 3-4 years full time and then we stopped. But yeah, I'm sure these guys have got a lot more technical and the book knowledge and all that. But, well, it's like Kohli's playing well, but you'll still miss Dhoni someday maybe. He'll probably come back that way. So, yeah, let's see.
What's your plan for the rest of the series now? Are you going to play everything?
Not sure, so going to play the high roller for sure. Based on how this goes, let's see if I'm going to continue to stay or not. But it was a great experience. I mean, well organized. It was a lot of fun to be here. So it's a pleasure.
Lovely. Well, great to see you here. Congratulations and best of luck for the rest of the series. Ankit Bansali.
And we're back. That was Ankit Bansali, 5th place finisher at the IPC 10K Kickoff tournament. We're down to 4 players. 6.73 lakhs up top.
All
in the contention, we have the last 4 who outlasted this field of 315 players. Vikram Mishra, I think, is all in. He has showed his cards. We're trying to get the feed. He has King Queen, and Vinod has a pretty easy call with the pocket nines. Vikram Mishra, the player at risk, putting in his last 170, and there we see the 9. That means Vinod cleans up this spot. Another elimination. Vikram Mishra, the 4th place finisher. What a great showing by him. Finishing 4th in the IPC 10K Kickoff. Vikram is a 4th place finisher, like I said. Vinod now gathering more chips. He's now huge chip lead against Siddharth Mundada and Patrick Young. Remaining 2 players.
डील करना डील कर दो अरे भाग लिया यार हाँ
We are going to continue the stream till we are heads up, which is when we'll take a break before we restart the stream two-way. 3 players left. Vinod Meglamani, 2.2 million to his name. Patrick Liang against 2 Indians. Vinod Meglamani has been picking up a lot of ace kings. That's like the 5th time I've seen him with the ace king, and not to forget the time where the stream was not catching the RFID cards, and he apparently got ace king like 3 or 4 times when I spoke to him last. So he will be planning to get aggressive with one of the best hands in poker. There you see, those are raising chips. Siddharth Mundada looks at a very playable hand. The 9-8 suited connectors. Does not have a very big chip stack, which is why he might consider folding this. And another playable hand, ace-10 of clubs. Especially when you get 3-handed, the value of your hands goes up extensively. So ace-10 3-way is a super monster hand. He might consider going for a 3-bet as well. He will be expecting to get aggressive, since he has got the biggest chip stack, and he has been aggressive throughout this game. So won't be surprised if we see a 3-bet from Patrick. I think those are 3-betting chips. Yes, most definitely. I think about 375,000. 400k straight.
How much you saw the hand with?
about 17, 18.
And
That
Vinod, I think
No, no. How
will
much is your age?
definitely want to take this spot. And I think shoving is probably one way to play this. Put pressure back at Patrick because he's going to play for his tournament life. His king will play against most hands. He is blocking aces and kings, and with the biggest chip stack, it's moments like these when you put the pressure right back on your opponents because you have the liberty and more chips to be able to take such risks. Not to forget, once Vinod Miglamani goes all in, it's going to be a very tough call for Patrick for the rest of his chips, his tournament life. Of course, it's easy for me to say because I can see Patrick as ace-10 of clubs. I think when I was going for a 4-bet, should be interesting to see what kind of sizing he's going for. I think he's making close to $1 million, virtually putting Patrick all in. That's about 900K if I'm not mistaken.
6,05,000 more.
Yeah, it's $1 million straight. And easy fold by Patrick Liang. He cannot make the call there. Vinod using its chip stack and great timing to add a lot more chips.
Small blind dead.
Extending his chip lead at this table.
Bad timing.
Actually, I wasn't bluffing too, but when you raise,
Three very good players we have
Ace king.
making the top three at this IPC 10K
I wanted you to
kickoff
fold your
table.
pair. That's why I min clicked it back. If you had it, if you had the pair.
We will be going now to watch Aditya Vadwani speak to Vikram Mishra, our fourth place elimination. Over to you, Aditya.
Okay, I have Bikram with me right now. He's finished fourth in this IPC kickoff event. How was your entire tournament?
Yeah, entire tournament was excellent as I qualified through online city, so it feels great, and this was my second time I was playing live tournament, and coming to the final table was a great experience.
Amazing. Some pro players out there as well. Did they make it difficult for you?
Yeah, they are all excellent players, so playing them against them was actually tough. So overall, I was quite happy with my performance. So that's it.
Fantastic. Well, it's a great way to start any series. How long have you been playing poker for?
No, I have been playing for almost 3 years, but I usually play online. This was only my second live tournament, so yeah, coming to the final table it feels quite happy. And
It definitely motivates you to play more live events in future.
in future, I am looking forward to play more live events. Yeah.
Fantastic. We wish you the best of luck for your poker career and for the rest of the series. Very well played.
Ah, 48.
And we are back. What we're seeing right now is the high roller in action. What I can see is 95 players have already registered. It's a 1 crore guarantee, so very close to reaching the money guarantee, 5 places away. We see a lot of notables there. We have Anup Palod who's standing. This is Sushant,
80,000
Gunjanmal. And of course, we are watching the action at the IPC 10K kickoff. We're down to 3 players. Tom Cooper, our friend in the chat, is from Ireland, in fact, and he was in India last year, and he loved the food. Thank you for joining us on the stream, Tom Cooper. He says, "Go Monster Group," which is, I'm guessing, Patrick Liang's group. Nice to have you on the rail. Siddharth Mindada, now the shortest stack at the table. He still has chips. He's got about
80,000.
a little less than 10 big blinds.
We have it
Patrick
Some
with
places
18
they
big
do
blinds.
anti-half when there's
While
like 400. I think it's better because
Vinod
Yeah,
has close to
it's
25
just a suggestion for the future. You guys can think
maybe
about
28 big blinds.
when it gets like down to like 5, 6.
80,000 to call.
Relatively short, it's become.
Yeah, some places they do half of the ante.
It's going to be a lot of push-fold action. Siddharth looking for that double up. And the big stack bully, Vinod Meglamani, putting pressure with the sixth deuce of diamonds. Siddharth picks up a real hand. King Queen of clubs should be good enough to go with, unless he thinks otherwise.
All in.
He is all in, like we suspected. Patrick Liang, easy fold, 10-8, and Vinod Meglamani has been caught with the six deuce.
It will come
He will
eventually.
fold, and
I'll do the same thing.
some smiles being shared there.
I have a very beautiful hand.
Siddharth with that small pot moves up to $1 million. Still is shortish, about 12 big blinds. Yeah, there we see. 51% to Vinod Meglamani's name, 2.4 million chips. Very close to each other are Patrick and Siddharth, 16 and 12 big blinds. They will be very cautious now. The money jumps will be a huge factor for all of their decisions.
Yeah. I mean, after this break, I mean, I don't mind looking, but right now it seems little.
Siddharth gets out of the way. Patrick Liang looks down at 10-9 offsuit in the small blind. He will be playing against the chip leader on the big blind.
6, 7, 8,
Let's
9.
see how he. The last time he has ace queen of diamonds, he decided to call, and he does call with the 9-10 as well. I like the fact that he's got a balanced range in the small blind. The moment he sees the king, he goes all in.
Alright, stop showing off, man.
Patrick Liang
I knew what you were up to.
asks the chip leader, what's a chip stack? Just cracking a joke there. Quickly laying down the 10-9 offsuit. Vinod now putting max pressure on Siddharth and Patrick. There you have the seat numbers. And the player to look for right now is seat 7. The chip leader with 2.5 million chips, Vinod Meglamani.
Can I ask my name not to be on Handle Mob? I don't want my results to go to Handle Mob. You think they'll go?
They could,
Or
I
do I
guess.
have to tell Handle Mob not to?
You want to talk to one of
A
these
lot of
guys.
support for both Siddharth and
They could probably
Patrick
just report you as an Indian and just
on the YouTube chat.
80,000 to
not
call.
associate with your other ID. You have to talk to the
Thank you
TD.
for joining the stream, giving us company.
All in?
All in.
We are streaming on multiple channels. King 10 is good enough for Vinod to go all in. Big blind Siddharth finds 5-4 suited and throws it away quickly. We are streaming, like I said, on multiple platforms on YouTube and Facebook, on IPC Live.
Their hand came and
You
went
can also
already.
catch
And you folded.
updates on all the games on
now is the time.
That
our
was just
various
the one
media
time.
partners, Poker Guru, Poker Shots, and Gut Shot Magazine, as always. 40K, 80K, the blinds at the moment with the 80K big blind ante.
1.2. 1.1 because of the ante, so something like that.
I think both of you have
We
1.1.
will be streaming the high roller feature
Both of you have
table
1.1.
in a couple of hours.
He has 1.2 then.
You want to look at
The
the
high
cards,
roller
or
has
you
been
want to
underway.
just
We had a 6 p.m. start. It's been an hour. 95 players already registered.
yesterday the guy
1 crore
for my
guarantee
3-2
tournament.
blind,
1 lakh is the buy-in. A lot of notables have shown up for the high roller.
Maybe repeat the. All in.
Patrick Liang now putting pressure on Siddharth. Siddharth is the shortest stack. He's got the most to lose. Patrick picking up a nice small uncontested pot, adding to his chips. 1.3 million now. Siddharth on the 800k. 9 big blinds with Siddharth. He is sort of in the danger zone.
So they have price for the last woman standing. How about for the last fish standing?
Again, we see Patrick Liang in the small blind thinking of a decision.
Don't wanna
He
look.
makes the fold, gives
think my hand
make the
didn't
money a
look.
walk, gives the respect that the chip leader and one of the most experienced players in the field deserves. You know, slowly accumulating chips, moving up to 2.7 million now. All the players will have varying strategies at this moment. Vinod
80,000 to call.
will want to accumulate more chips, put pressure, you know, considering that the other players will be at risk for their tournament life and not him. At the same time, Patrick would want to wait it out, have Siddharth get knocked out so that he gets the money jump. And Siddharth is going to look for a spot to double up. Every time the big blind comes to Siddharth, he will be losing 2 big blinds because of the big blind and the big blind ante. So, like you see, that fold he just made has cost him almost 320,000. He's down to 630 now with 7 big blinds.
Yes.
So Patrick will wait him out, try to get that spot, try to get heads up before he does anything crazy. And Vinod, as we see, is cruising. Technical team checking with the dealer, making sure that you're getting all the right information, the chip stacks, the cards. We did have a slight hiccup at the start of the stream, but everything is sorted now.
Table
80,000 to go.
please take your seat.
All in.
And Siddharth, like we expected, went all in. Lucky for him, Patrick had 7 deuce. He's definitely not calling there. Siddharth adding some chips back to his stack, moving up to a little under 800,000. There we see cumulative winnings. I'm not sure if this is in dollars or rupees, but I think it should be in dollars because Siddharth has definitely won more than 30k. He is the IPC September edition winner. He is the defending champion, making back-to-back final tables in this kickoff edition.
All in.
Patrick Liang now making a very interesting all-in with the 6-7 against the chip leader. He picked the right spot because Vinod had nothing to play with the 5-4 and Patrick adding chips. Patrick not afraid to go against chip leader. He's choosing his spots well. He's played extremely well so far. Not made any big mistakes. Always getting it in good. And the poker gods have treated him as such, keeping him in contention for the first place, which is about 6.7 lakhs. I'm sorry, 6.7 lakhs. That's the first place prize money. Patrick looking out at an ace. Might be tempted to move all in. He knows Siddharth is in the big blind. Might be folding quite a bit. But obviously we've seen Patrick make limps and raises as well, even with a short stack. And here we see him coming in with a raise, makes it 200k. Siddharth with a shoving hand. A nice spot for Siddharth. Definitely going to go all in here. A little Bollywood before he goes all in. And the triangle comes in. That means the player is all in. And Patrick might have to make this call. He's already invested 200k. It's about $500,000 to call, 510,000 to be exact. Patrick just making sure that he knows the exact chip count. Should be a standard call for him.
Guys.
Unless he thinks otherwise. He does make the call.
May the luckier fish win.
Good luck, sir.
This is the award for that. Let's see who
Yeah,
the
this is a make or break moment for
luckier
Siddharth
fish is.
Mundada.
He said he's the fish and you
Not
wanted to be the
to
fish.
forget, Patrick Liang could very well win this hand and get heads up. That's an 8 for him, but no. Siddharth Mundada clips the 6, making a straight. And I think he's sealed the deal. Siddharth Mundada has doubled up to 1.5 million now, and the man at risk now with only 530,000 left with him is Patrick Liang. What's funny is, as I see this hand, I'm also looking down at a comment by Fahad Ahmed Sheikh. And the comment is, watch Siddharth turn around the game.
7-10.
And what timing, since we just saw him go all in with the 6s. Easy clip on the flop, and he's now doubled up 1.5 million chips with Siddharth Mundada, the defending champion. And he is back in the running, leaving Patrick with only 500,000 left. He's the shortest stack on the table. And Vinod Meglamani still the chip leader with over 2.5 million chips.
1.5. 500?
Siddharth has been waiting around for quite some time. He's been patient, and he's been rewarded with the 6s at the right moment. He played well, got lucky with the 6 on the flop, and he is back in contention to win this tournament a second time.
But I'm good, na? Okay, last time you were button, no?
Yeah.
So Patrick Liang, of course, has also been playing extremely well. He's got the biggest rail on YouTube. The Monster Poker Club is supporting him, and he's he's definitely in the running. As long as there's even one chip left, he's in the running. That's how it works in poker.
Okay, so I'm big blind.
Okay, that 80 is mine. My bad.
We have Captain Ankit Baba, who says Monster Poker Club for the win. He's joining the already big rail for Patrick Liang. Would also be fun to have an international winner at the IPC. The problem is, I think I like all the 3 players. Vinod Meglamani has been around for ages. He's been a crusher at this game. He's a top veteran, top pro, winning almost every tournament online. Siddharth Mundada has been doing extremely well over time, and of what little we've seen of Patrick Liang, he has been very impressive, and we know for a fact that he's also very experienced, and he's been playing, and he seems like a seasoned player. His first time playing a tournament in India, and that would be nice for him to ship it. Patrick Liang is accompanied by Sumit Navlani, who is Poker Bro on Instagram. He puts out a lot of fun content. Sumit is here all the way from China with Patrick Liang, and Sumit has been supporting Patrick. He's right on the rail throughout, hoping that his friend makes it to the top one, closing the tournament out with the 6.73 lakhs. And as we speak, Peter Abraham is getting mic'd up. He's going to come and give me some company in the commentary booth.
80,000 to call.
Siddharth Mundara making a fold, 1.7 million chips now. And Patrick Liang, short a stack, only 330,000. He makes a disciplined fold. Let's go, the 8-4 offsuit. He is desperately looking for a spot to double up, get back into the game. That was a big hit that we saw, the sixes versus the ace-8. And that's poker, folks. Fortunes can change just like that. So Patrick Liang now down to only 4 big blinds, while Vinod and Siddharth have a major share of the chips at this table. Hello Peter, welcome back.
Hey Richie, nice to be back here. And welcome to all the folks who have logged into watching this webcast of the second, or beg your pardon, the first event of the India Poker Championships here at the Big Daddy Casino.
And there's an all-in and a fold. Siddharth Mundara doesn't want to mess around. He just has his newfound chips. And Vinod Meglamani closing in the gap, going to the 3 million mark now, only about 200k away.
Pretty awesome to see the defending champion here in the final.
Yeah, there you have it. Peter Abraham with me in the booth. Yeah, and he's been playing so well. Siddharth Mundara has been doing extremely well in the last 6 months.
He has.
And it's nice to see Vinod making the final table. He's an impressive pro. He's
also had a run of pretty good scores over the last couple of years.
Absolutely. I mean, we were just talking, Abhishek Goendy and I, and Abhishek was telling me that he's literally won every tournament that exists on Spartan except maybe the Destiny, which is insane to even claim such an achievement, which is great. And Patrick Liang, a visitor from China all the way, playing his first Indian event. It's nice to see him make the top 3.
It's a good thing that players from outside the country are participating in this tournament. It helps that when someone like Patrick runs deep, he will go back and talk about this event, hopefully, and we might get a bigger influx of Asian players coming into the event.
Absolutely. So as it stands, Patrick Liang is the shortest stack. He has only about 170,000 behind, and he's facing a race from Vinod. I think he's doing the only thing that he should be doing, putting in the rest of his chips, 250k all in. Vinod has to put in like 3 chips.
Good luck, sir. You too.
With the Queen 8 off. And the player at his risk is our international visitor from China, Patrick Liang. Vinod taking the lead with the Queen. And Patrick Liang makes trips with the King 7.
Oh, you get it too soon.
That was
That's what you get.
Oh my God.
ridiculous.
Hindi chini no bhai bhai.
Oh my God, that was such a roller coaster of emotions. Vinod taking the lead on the flop, Patrick catching up, and Vinod with the Queen makes a full house, beating Patrick Liang's smaller full house. And Patrick Liang is our 3rd place finisher. He is a great showing. He's played extremely well all the way from China. Monster Poker Club for the win. He's got the biggest following on YouTube. We've been seeing a lot of comments from his friends, and a good show.
Sorry friends, he did as well as he could, but I'm sure Patrick is going to be looking at that board for the 100k high roller.
Yes.
It's a pretty sweet prize that he's got for his second runner-up place, so I'm guessing that he will use some of that to get into the high roller.
And we are going to cut soon to go and talk to our 3rd place finisher. Aditya Vadvani is on standby. He's going to talk to our third place finisher while we also set up for the heads up tournament. Over to you, Aditya. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting word from the production team that it is in fact a break. We are breaking for the setup for the heads up event. We will catch you on the stream shortly after a short break.
March of 2010, the IPC was born. A decade later, and here we are. The fields have grown from an average of 50 to now 400 plus and growing. And during that journey, careers have been made and moments have been had, and the dream of providing a world-class tournament experience was realized. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the India Poker Championship. The main man himself, Dan Bilzerian, was right here in the Big Daddy Casino.
It's pretty lush, it's nice.
We had Run Vijay over here as well. Siddharth Mundara taking home first place. Pranay Chawla becoming the champion. And of course we had Raj Talwar. He is now the new IPC main event champion. Raghavendra Hada, 18 bounties for his efforts. A lot of action coming your way right here from Big Daddy in Goa. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned to this space. Welcome back. It is final table of the kickoff event here at the IPC. We are down to heads up, and it's going to be a fun one. But first, let's have a chat with our third place finisher, Patrick Liang. Very well played, sir. First of all, you were short for most of it. How did you navigate those waters?
I mean, I just started to take my spots, and then I shoved at one point with ace-5, 10 bigs, I think 6-handed. Pretty standard, and then got caught by pocket nines, but I spiked the ace. And then after that, I got some momentum, and then I thought I was gonna do better than what I did, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm happy to finish in third.
Third place for 300K, it has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Nice. Yeah. The money's nice, yeah.
Are you going to be playing the main event as well?
Yeah, most likely I'll play. I'll hang around, chill, and see what I'm gonna do later.
So what brings you down to the IPC in general?
I have a lot of Indian friends in China, and they always ask me to come to India to play, so I finally did.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's the scene like over here compared to there?
I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, the food is great, the people are great, and then, I mean, you get poker everywhere, which is nice. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, it was super fun watching you play. Any comments you want to make about the final table? I mean, the final table that you played. Any hands? Any interesting spots?
Two fantastic players playing heads up. I actually thought it was going to be both of them or me, but I mean, it's in good hands. Whoever takes the championship is going to be a well-deserved one.
Fantastic. Well, very well played, Patrick. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, then. It is final table time. It's down to heads up. You can go collect your cash and enjoy those winnings. Right then. It's going to be two professional poker players. One is the defending champion. He's going to be the second in chips. Not by much though, so let me bring out Siddharth Mundara. We'll have a quick chat with him. Like I said, defending champion of this very same event. This same event that you're the defending champion of? Fantastic. How are the nerves?
I'm quite nervous right now. The pressure is to like defend my title. Yeah.
And out of all the opponents you have to face, it ends up to be Vinod Megalmani. Not the easiest. What's your strategy going to be?
The structure is pretty shallow. I'm going to play standard, and like the player who gets the most number of hands probably is going to win the event. There's like not much scope to do anything. I have 15 bigs. He has 30 bigs. So,
being defending champion, though, you have to be careful not to let that affect your decisions, right?
Yeah, probably. Like I folded a few hands, like thinking that I'm the defending champion. I should not take this spot and wait for a better spot. But now, like I have to take all the spots because Vinod is a very good player.
Heads up, are you comfortable with?
Yeah, I'm quite comfortable with heads up.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to the battle. It's going to be a fun one. Congratulations for making it this far. Please have your seat. Right then, let's bring up the chip leader, Mr. Vinod Megalmani. Man has a special spot in my heart because he's an Arsenal fan as well. Right then.
We're doing pretty well.
We didn't finish fourth.
Yeah. We're moving up.
We're moving up. Right then, what is your plan going into this heads up?
Just shove every hand. Just shove every hand. Hope it works out.
It's been like seemingly smooth sailing to get to heads up. You knocked out like 5 people in the first level or something. Tell me about it.
Just ran good. I got to a point when I was thinking I don't need more chips. I just have to preserve my stack. So somehow I was able to preserve it and get to heads up. Worked out.
Lovely, lovely. Well, take your seat, sir.
Cheers.
We'll chat more later on. But for now, it's time to get to the action, to this heads up battle. Remember, this is the 10K kickoff of the IPC, the warm-up event, and it is 6.73 lakhs up top. 4 lakhs is second place, not to mention a beautiful looking trophy. Let's not delay any more. Let's turn around to the dealer. Please shuffle up and deal. And back to the boys in the commentary booth. Let's get this underway.
Thank you, Aditya. That was third place finisher Patrick Liang having a chat with Aditya all the way from China, repping the Monster Poker Group hoodie. Great showing by him, and obviously we saw Siddharth and Vinod Megalmani. Both of them are in contention to win the first place, which is 6.73 lakhs, and Siddharth, of course, is our contender. He is our defending champion from the September edition, and he's got Vinod Megalmani, a very competent, a very experienced opponent. So it's going to be a very good match, very interesting to watch. I'm super excited.
Yeah, it should be a fun battle. Both these players are very experienced. They've got a lot of title finishes and deep run finishes in various tournaments, not just in India but across the world. So they're going to bring all that experience in. Siddharth Mundada is not going to let this go easy. He is on the lower stack, but you can be sure that he's going to put up a hell of a fight in his title defense.
Last time I checked, I think Siddharth is about 15 big blinds and Vinod has got about 32-ish big blinds. So both of the players have enough chips to really turn it around and ship this tournament.
Yeah, there's no need to do anything crazy right now, and I don't think either player, well, certainly Siddharth will not look at doing anything too crazy because he knows he's been there before and he can certainly try and work his stack to go beyond Vinod's. So yeah, it should be an interesting heads-up battle between these two very strong players.
Both of the players choosing to wear glasses at this table, and while we were about 500, there was one side of the table which was wearing hoodies, and the one side of the table which had headphones, and now we've transitioned from there to having both of them wearing sunglasses.
100 to go.
All we need is some players to start wearing those hospital masks, and then you've completed the
That
trifecta.
would
See
get
no evil,
really-
or see no poker, hear no poker, say no poker.
That would get really weird.
Yeah, difficult to escape in this scenario. We are here at the culmination of the 10K event here at the India Poker Championship. Down to the final two players. We started off with 315 runners in this event. And that big prize of 6.73 lakhs. Who's going to claim it from these two gentlemen?
A quick chip up there by Siddharth Mundada, going all in with Queen 10, getting a fold by Vinod. Now at 1.8 million chips, Siddharth closing in the gap.
The dealer is occasionally looking straight into this camera, and it's kind of freaking me out, man.
He's trying to talk to you, Peter.
Yeah, I'm sensing some signals, some non-verbal stuff happening here.
He's got that look.
Yeah.
It's about to go down.
And those are the numbers that you see in front of you. Vinod Megalmani with the lead. But anything could happen in a hand.
While Aditya was doing the interview, I was eyeing the Luminor Panerai watch. I don't know if the viewers caught it, but it's definitely something I'm super excited about. The main event winner is going to chance to win that shipping the 50K main event tournament, which is going to happen from, it's going to start from day after tomorrow.
I think someone mentioned that the first place prize that's going to go to this 10K event, I think the watch is in the same ballpark. So yeah, that's like the first prize out there lying on that table, next to which that beautiful gold trophy, which will go to the main event champion. There you can see it on your bottom right. The IPC on it.
These two players definitely eyeing the first place, 6.73 lakhs. They could use that to buy multiple entries to the main event.
Oh yeah.
And get a chance to win that beautiful limited edition watch. 50K, 100K blinds with the 100K big blind ante.
For some of our newer viewers, or should I say, people who have just started to play the game recently, the big blind ante concept is something that has come into the game
It's 225.
not too long ago, maybe about a year and a half or two, maybe.
Yes.
And it's something that has now been incorporated pretty much everywhere across the world in all sorts of poker tournaments. Otherwise, you would see players, individual players at a table putting up the ante. This time around, this particular big blind ante rule means that every time each player puts in the ante for the rest of the table.
Yeah, saves a lot of time.
Yeah, it certainly keeps the flow of the game going, and that's what you want to do in terms of getting more hands in as you go along.
Yeah, also the introduction of the ante is essentially to get more money in the pot so that players have some motivation to participate in the hand because there are more chips in the middle.
Yeah, you can't fold your way to the title for sure.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So the pressure is constantly there with the blinds increasing every 25 minutes, as is the case in this 10K event. That's the blind level, 25 minutes per level.
And we're not choosing to make a bet in this pot while Siddharth is looking down at top 2 pair, sitting comfortably with a queen 8 on a queen 8-4 board.
I think Siddharth might have been a little boggled with that bet just for a second there, wondering, well, what does he have?
Yeah, totally. He's blocking everything. He's hit the board pretty hard. He makes a smooth call. A very nice move by Siddharth, keeping Vinod interested in trying to steal the pot.
Another heart on the board, but I don't think that should worry Siddharth Mundara all that much. There is a gut shot straight chance, but he should feel pretty good about his holdings at this point.
Yeah, heads up 2 pair is a monster, and Vinod again looking to do something aggressive with the Jack 3. He does pick up a few straight outs with the 9 making a straight for him. He might be tempted to make a semi bluff of sorts. We know for a fact that Vinod is an aggressive player. He's been very active throughout this final table. He's got the most aggression factor, the most pre-flop raise, the most showdowns. So he's been super active, and he will be going in for a bet, trying to take the spot away from Siddharth Mundara. Little as you know, Siddharth has got this board crushed, and he's got the top 2 pair with 91% equity to win this hand.
That's a pretty solid bet, almost half the pot.
That's a sizable bet, 475,000 into a 850k pot, I think.
Do you think Siddharth will try and close the hand down on this streak?
Yeah, I think he's got a stack which might demand for him to go all in. Also, once he goes all in, he gets a lot of draws to sort of get priced in. But it is, for a lot of money, so he might choose the low variance route as well, because he doesn't want to go all in a spot where he's crushed already, maybe with a straight. So I think both options are reasonable. I think it comes down to which sort of way he wants to play this hand. He could go for max value by going all in, which he does. He is all in with the queen 8, and a quick fold by Vinod. Siddharth Mundara now the chip leader.
And as it is in poker, one hand can change everything.
Yes, that was a big hand for both these players. Siddharth getting the better of Vinod.
Amit Sur is in the background looking distinctly disinterested. Amit, man, there's 6.73 lakhs on offer here for the winner. So you go, oh my God. Amit Sur has had long nights at the poker table.
He's definitely thinking about sleep primarily at the moment. I think he might jump in to play the high roller later.
Yeah, he's just tanking up on some rest so that he can be firing on all cylinders in that high roller event.
Yeah, Amit Sur is a fun player to play with. He's always very active and chatty on the table.
Hey, can't do any of that if there's no gas in the tank.
You got to rest up. Siddharth getting a quick peek at the pay jumps. Also, he might be interested in checking the blind levels so that he can strategize accordingly.
It's anyone's game here, folks. That title is up for grabs. Both the players are on pretty even stacks, even with that difference of maybe 60,000.
And Vinod actually told me that he hasn't won an Indian title yet in live poker.
Well, humble brag, I must say. Well done, sir. That's quite the humble brag.
So he is looking to change that, and this flop might just help him.
Yeah, might just get those chips back. 2 pair one day for his opponent, 2 pair another day for him.
Disciplined check by Vinod making money.
Yeah, he's setting the trap now.
This time Siddharth takes the bait. He is going to bet this flop. He has some backdoor clubs and maybe some backdoor straights as well. Vinod going in the Hollywood zone. checking his
Yeah,
cards.
that's a pretty good poker face right there.
Acting
Just
extreme.
a nice. Come on, let's get some more.
What do
tips
I
on.
have?
Did I actually have something? Yes, sir. You do.
He looks like
do.
he's cutting up a raise, Peter.
Ooh.
That's 350,000.
Torres.
It is quite a drawy board. He does not want to continue. Wants to get more value in case Siddharth is chasing some draws. Siddharth Mundada now facing a raise and he decides to fold, get out of the way. He did not have much to work with. And both of these guys are fighting for every pot. There's no easy wins here. And now there's not much separating both stacks, 2.3 and 2.4 million stacks. It's anyone's game.
There you have it. 51-49. Nothing to it. It can go either way over the course of the next. Well, let's not hope a few hours, but maybe over the next couple of blind levels, which will increase the pressure as we go along.
We are at hand 62 of today's final table stream. Vinod Meglamani has been, Peter, I've been watching the stream from the start, and Vinod Meglamani might have picked Ace King at least 15 times till now.
Wow.
Literally every time he's picking up a
Well,
hand,
he'll
it's
be
Ace
pretty
King.
happy to pick it up now, considering his opponent has a pretty strong hand
Wow.
for heads up.
This could get very interesting.
There could be some fireworks here.
Oh, and I did notice that Vinod has limped on the button with the Ace King. He did not make an aggressive raise. Siddharth Mundada definitely with a hand that can raise here. And if he does raise, he's going to be in some trouble.
All in.
Oh, he's moved
He's
all in.
all in, and this is
Are we
exactly
seeing
what...
the final hand of this tournament?
Wow.
Amitsur has woken up from his slumber.
Siddharth Mundada is not very happy with that all in. He goes for the aggressive route with the Ace 10, getting trapped by Vinod's limp there with the Ace King. And
I thought he should have exercised maybe a little more caution because Vinod's been playing it pretty strongly. So
yeah, and we are down to the last card. Siddharth needs a 10, and it's a king, and we have a winner. Vinod Meglamani, IPC 10K kickoff winner, picking up his first live trophy. What he wished for, he has accomplished. Siddharth Mundada will not go back to back and will have to settle for second place. A great showing by both these players.
the
We
dealer's
win.
counting out the chips because they just want to make sure that Vinod Megalmani has covered Siddharth Mundada's stack. It looks like that to us before the start of this hand.
Yeah, just making sure that the chip counts are as they seem.
Oh, is that a tear I see from Vinod? Oh, I finally won an Indian title. Ma, aapka ashirwad hai,
I
ma.
think you'll have 20, oh wait, 23?
Siddharth Mundada, what a great showing by him.
Yeah, what a fantastic run. I mean, even if he's out
think
of the
we'll have
tournament now,
50K or
an
100K.
excellent run through the tournament by the defending champion.
No, I think just check, no chips in play.
And there you have it. The final chip counts. Vinod Meglamani, our IPC 10K kickoff winner. Both the players congratulating each other. And we will be going to the presentation ceremony shortly. And till that time, we will take a small break and we will catch you on the other side of this break.
So, it's all over. 5 incredible days of this return of the India Poker Championship. What a journey it's been. It started on day 1 with lines flying out the door to show up for the 10K kickoff event. 437 entries on that day. Siddharth Mundada topping that field, taking home the first trophy and 8.8 lakhs for his effort. We also had a satellite running for the main event. 13 people got seats into the main event from there. Then the next day, the high roller kicked off. The big boys, 100K they put down to play. 207 of them entered. We got a 2CR prize pool. We got 51 lakhs for first place. And Pranay Chawla was the name of the man that took that down. Then of course we had day 1A of the main event kickoff. 390 people turned up. Imagine that for a 35K entry and a 1.6 CR prize pool that was guaranteed. Day 1B exceeded all expectations with 387 entrants. That's a total player count of 777. Prize pool, 2.6 CR. 1 CR over the guarantee. How about that? 777. Love the number. That went down to the final table. There was contenders, there was double muddo, there was Ashish Ahuja, but in the end, only one could be crowned champion of the India Poker Championship. And that was Raj Talwar, who took home 49 lakhs and a 7 Friday watch, which was incredible. And then in a beautiful gesture of sportsmanship, he gave the 7 Friday watch, which he also won, to his opponent, the runner-up Ayush Garg. Then we had the final event, the closing event, the 15K Headhunter, which was a bounty format that was taken down by Raghavendra Hada, who took home 7 lakhs for his efforts and a whopping 18 bounties worth 5K each. Very well played to all of our champions. And if that wasn't enough, the final little cherry, but not little at all, the icing on the cake was that Mr. Dan Bilzerian himself was down here at the India Poker Championship to interact with our community, which is amazing for the prospects of this great poker playing nation. And that was that. The IPC in a nutshell. What an experience, what a journey. We can't wait to be back on the 4th of December when the IPC will return to shatter all records once again, no doubt. We hope you enjoyed it. Hello and welcome back. It is all over here at the kickoff event of the IPC, and we do have a champion. Before we get to their trophies and all that, let me just introduce Mr. Naresh Punj, the CEO here at Big Daddy, who will be doing the presentation. Let's bring up our runner-up first, the defending champion. Couldn't quite close it out this time, Mr. Siddharth Mundada. And there's the trophy for you, presented to you by Mr. Punj. All right. Yeah, you can pop that down. They're pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Although you're not going to get to take it, sadly. But you're the defending champion. You got to take it last time.
Yes.
Pretty tough though. Got into a bit of a cooler situation.
Yeah, like we were 15 big blind deep, 20 bigs deep, and he limbed the button. I jammed Eastern. He had a monster ace king, so can't do much.
What to do? Fun tourney though. It was great watching. The both of you looked to be the best players out there. It looked inevitable it was going to go heads up. Was there any other way you thought it was going to go?
No, like I did my best. Actually, I ran pure during the last 2 tables. Like every time I went all in, I kept on winning. There were a couple of good players, and I did my best.
But what to do, can't always work out. It's a fantastic record you have here at the kickoff. Hopefully you can take that momentum through to the main event.
Yeah, I'm playing the high roller as well as the main event. So I hope the run continues and I make it to the FT of the high roller.
Amazing. Well, congratulations. Thank you very much. Well played. And now let's bring out our champion, who will actually get to keep the trophy. I thought it was a little brutal that we let's not touch it, but that's okay. Right then, our champion of the 10K kickoff at the IPC, Vinod Megalmani. Big round of applause. And the trophy. It is super heavy, super heavy. Ah, and a nice goodie bag there. It's a certificate. It says, I am a poker player. Certified. Lovely. Righto, man. All done and dusted. Thoughts? What's going through your mind right now?
Nothing, just excited. It worked out. That's all I can say.
Smooth sailing, as we've been saying throughout this. What was that heads-up match, though? You said pretty smooth. Were there any times that he had a piece of you?
There was the first hand, I think. I raised Jack 3 offsuit. Maybe I should have just folded. I'd almost given him my whole stack, but luckily I was able to cooler him. Like, I picked up so many ace kings on the table, like, on the final table. I was pretty fortunate, actually, because I don't think I lost a single hand with ace king.
Fair enough. Well, whatever you've sacrificed to whatever poker gods, whatever animal you've sacrificed, please let us know so we can do the same. But like they say, play good, run good, and as we have it, we have our champion here, Mr. Vinod Megalmani, taking home 6.73 lakhs and an extremely heavy trophy. Congratulations, very well played, bud. Right then, that's all we have for you for now from the 10K kickoff. We'll be back with more action over the next couple of days from the IPC. Hope you guys will join us. Hope you enjoyed the production so far. See you later.